You went through the glorious Council of Neverwinter. Or Waterdeep. Why do I keep saying Neverwinter? Went through the glorious Council of Waterdeep. You met all the different personalities that are trying to defend the realm, or getting convinced to defend the realm against the Cult of the Dragon. And there's a few odd things that happened. You guys decided, you know what, you're not going to directly tell them what choice you want to go with right now. And they were to go after Macath the Crimson and get the Drakhorn, or go after Varam, the Worm Speaker, and go after the White Dragon Mask. So you guys went off to a side room, started discussing that, came back, and told them that you were going to keep that close to the chest, and you would maybe talk to a few of them individually, but right now you weren't going to tell them specifically what you were doing.
I'm not going to tell them jack monkey shit, because we
Right.
know there's a traitor.
And yep, like you said, there might be a traitor involved.
Council's too
Fucking-
far-reaching for it not to be.
Zen's a legend. Everyone's aware of that. King Melindrak has fucking laser eyes, apparently. And Marshal Ravengard is just chomping on dicks all the time.
I noticed
Don't
that his
forget that-
portrait's gone.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah,
Mirren
he left.
convinced
Yep.
him
Don't worry, there's still plenty of dicks for him to take right in the middle of the screen.
to take a contingent of Waterdeep's guards and go to
Flan.
Flan and
Put a boot
Res-
Dr. Brum.
restore order the Marshal Ravengard way, which, to be fair, is actually a really good way to turn that from a city dedicated to Bane to a city dedicated to good.
Exactly.
Well, they're already used to the oppressive law, like they'll fit right in.
Yep, exactly. So, boys, Council bid you adieu. Said you can go on your way and talk about what you want to do from here. I'll just say that you guys rested the night, you met up the next day, so the council is over, so you can decide to talk to any of the council members you want to, and we'll start there.
Who do we feel like we need to talk to?
I'll just say you guys met up again to... Sorry, you guys met up again. So you guys met up again at the Yawning Portal Inn.
So I know so at least somebody needs to talk to Taryn about the horn and what they know about it. Then the other one would be to talk to Garrick, because they are the ones holding the former White Speaker, right?
They're not holding her, they
Oh, she's working with, but she's working
working
with,
with them, yeah.
the Gauntlet, right?
Talus the White, yep.
Before we seek out Garrick, I do have some information that I should share. I spoke to Timora a bit yesterday, and I got a little bit of information about some of the stuff going on. One, the Garrick we encountered yesterday was the one that we've always encountered and always worked with.
Okay.
He is... Let's see. He is not aware of the events that happened with Augie, or if he is, he doesn't really recall or has problems remembering it. I also know that Ramalia can be trusted, and she may be aware of Garrick's condition.
How did you get all of this?
Doesn't your god answer questions for you?
Wow.
Speaking on, no, he doesn't.
And
I'll answer this for.
Okay.
and I do know that Garrick is not being influenced by an outside party.
All right. I can go speak to Amalia. I have a good rapport with her.
Anyone, just for ease of Roll20's sake, we'll just say you're going to speak to everybody as a group.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so I don't go into side channels with random people and all that stuff.
Just
I
so other people can jot this down, I'm going to put down... I'm pasting in all the questions and answers from...
Perfect.
I would also like to speak to King Melonbrack. Just a hunch, but...
I think you and I have the same hunch.
yeah, I'm assuming that we do.
And what hunch is that?
He reacted to Garrick's last name, Helene.
Ah.
which is kind of tying a puzzle together, and I just want to make sure that I've got this straight because, as we know, there's obviously something, some oddity there. Oddity there.
Okay.
Also,
Man, t-shirt. Man, a t-shirt.
Also, I do need to speak to Zen as well.
All right, so we got just a plethora of meetings that's going to happen. Broken Sword, Mr. Chatty himself. You want to meet with anybody?
I'll go with. I might have comments to make, but I don't have any desire to talk to anybody directly.
And
I
then just
I already said my piece with Zen.
yeah, the legend. Please call him by his proper title.
Nope.
I've literally been drawing that on his forehead every time his picture shows up.
So if you guys choose to go after Macath the Crimson and the Drakhorn, Terran Hornblade is the person to talk to.
Yep.
And like you already said, if you want to go after Varam the Worm Speaker, the White Worm Speaker, Garrick is the one to talk to. So just let me know. I'll say you can talk to... Today you can talk to... You can get a meeting with 3 of the council members.
I'm impartial as to who we talk to. However, if any of them are Lord's Alliance people, I would not only go along, I would also make introductions. You know, facilitate the meeting.
So Shah, you did say that we can't do side things. Can I do one side thing or not? If we can do it during a break, it doesn't matter, but it's my conversation with Zen.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We could probably do that
Yeah,
side
I'll make it
piece.
quick, don't worry. So
Oh, I want exceptions made for me too.
Okay, you now have 2 broken swords. There's your exception.
Oh crap!
So
We'll do that. We'll do that.
We can do it during a break or something.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that at like when we take our first break.
Okay.
So who do you guys want to talk to first? If you talk to somebody within a group that you're associated with, so essentially the Gauntlet, the Harpers, or the Lord's Alliance, you can get a meeting with them pretty quickly. Zentrum, Emerald Enclave, it's going to take a little bit longer, just because you don't have the ends there.
Yep.
I'll say we should talk to Romalia last.
Last?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be prudent to talk to her before Garrick?
Okay. We could start with the Alliance.
The Lords of Faggotry?
Hey!
Well, what if we got our conversation with King Mellenbrack should be pretty quick, but he talks kind of slow, so it should take a while. Terran Hornblade.
There's a lot to talk about with him, I think.
I imagine, but unless we have anything specific to ask, I certainly don't want to take his time. I have a couple.
Terran or King?
King.
King.
I have a couple of questions. They're pretty specific and straightforward, but nothing crazy. Terran, I think, will be the longer conversation because he knows the information on the horn, and as a group, we kind of decided to go that direction.
Yeah.
Then Ramali, I think, is the last big one, but then again, it sounds like at least a shorter conversation with Garrick, and then also talking to Zen. Well, and I'd say I also need to talk to Zen, but that's a side matter.
It would be prudent for our conversation with Garrick to not be too short, just in case we do want to make it seem like both are valid options. If we spend an hour with Terran and 5 minutes with Garrick, that might leave a certain impression.
Garrick tends to be short on words. I don't think that conversation will last too long.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would ever want to talk to Zen.
Let's do it.
All right, who's first?
Actually, quick little thing. I can ask Tamora 3 more questions and get a good solid yes/no, and I can do that anytime during the course of the day. Out of character, it's also a ritual, but like chance of an answer goes down the more times I cast it.
Oh, I know.
I know you know.
Oh,
I know you know.
I know out of character, in character, I had no idea.
Okay. So
Lay the cards out and see what they say.
do you want to do that?
first?
Yeah.
Do you want to do that, Mirren?
No, I'll do it once we have some more information.
Okay. So Orf or Broken Sword, who's going to try and get in touch with King Melindrak?
I will.
Okay. Orf! You send out one of your Lord's Alliance missives saying, hey, yo, King, need to talk to you.
Honored King.
Honored King. After about 25 minutes, you'll have a courier. Another elf will come, pick you guys up. He'll say, follow me. I'll bring you to the king. He's in between meetings now, and he can meet you very shortly if you don't mind.
Oh, fantastic. Anything. Well, we're at his convenience.
His questions were rhetorical. It was like, follow me if you have the time, but it was just more or less just follow me.
Doesn't mean I'm not going to make small talk.
Oh, yeah.
You
No,
mean
I
be
was just...
you mean be a butt kisser?
So,
I'm at the right height.
he
Might be a little
actually...
too short, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. Like lower butt kisser. He leads you back to where you guys were. It seems like King Melindrak is actually staying in the keep of Laeral Silverhand. Leads you to a side room, and it is a room that is like, it is absolutely gorgeous. Linens are pressed everywhere. There's sweet scents, flowers strewn, all on the outside of all the windows. Like, the curtains are the finest silk you've ever seen, laced with gold. This room is absolutely meant to impress.
Opulent.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. Very, very beautiful. And King Melindrak is sitting in the room on a chair, which happens to have like couches in a circle in front of him. So he invites you in and tells you guys to sit.
When I come in, I would kneel, put my hand to my shield over the Lord's Alliance thing, and then say, thank you for the audience, Your Majesty.
He'll look at you, Orf. I'm glad that you have all chosen to talk to me first. That does lift my spirits.
How do you know that we're talking to you first?
Oh, Tiny. You don't get to my position and play the political games that I play without knowing at least a little bit of information.
Okay.
Okay, Littlefinger.
Lord Melindrak, we don't want to take up much of your time, but we did have a couple of questions.
King.
Didn't I say King Melindrak?
You said
Said
Lord.
Lord.
Oh, King Melindrak, I don't want to take up much of your time, but in the council meeting, while we are certainly working for the council, there's a level that we are trying to make sure that we know who we're working for. You know something about the last name Helene, correct?
So he's going to pause for a second, like he's weighing what he's going to ask. And he will say, so is your question that you want to know more about me, or that you want to know more about Garrick?
Both.
Well, one sec. I gotta find this little thingy. As for me, which I can speak on, I'm the king of the Misty Forest Elves and also a member of the Lord Alliance. I usually tend to like to discuss and meditate on any moves that we're going to make, but it is quite obvious, especially with the blowing of the Drakhorn, that maybe we need to act with a little bit of haste. Not the type of haste that Marshal Ravengard would be looking for, mind you, but
That'd be hard to compete with.
haste nonetheless, and that is very right. That would be hard to compete with.
His heart's in the right place.
Just not his brain.
I would argue caution with a lot of you. I don't think making any move without proper investigation is smart.
No.
And I do appreciate that you are distancing yourselves from hasty action.
Thus we begin our quest here, asking you these questions.
Right. And I do appreciate you coming to me first. So like I said, I am trying to determine if leading a contingent from the Misty Forest is a good idea. And if leading my elves against the Cult of the Dragon is a smart move. Because, well, in all honesty, there is a lot of power on that council, and if they can take care of it, why should I sacrifice my elves?
Isn't everyone going to be sacrificing some part of it? Some part of their force?
I imagine you're also looking out for yourself after the council, or after the council disbands and the cult is removed.
Both. And yes, Mirren, everyone will be sacrificing, but if they're going to be making stupid decisions, like Marshal Ravengard's, why should I send my elves to
Oh, that I completely agree with.
just die? Or if they're not going to be making smart decisions, again, why sacrifice my elves for moves that are in vain?
So, tell me, King Melonbrack, what would you do if you were in our position?
Are you asking in terms of the horn versus the white dragon mask?
Correct.
I feel like the council supplied you with the least amount of information possible. And I think that getting more information was your best move, and I'm impressed. AKA, boys, +1 on the council scorecard for him.
Really, Chief? Interview questions? You fuck? Tell me about a time when you worked with a coworker they wouldn't necessarily say fit your personality.
I'm sorry, man. That's all I was thinking of.
Jesus Christ.
So the contingent that I would pledge to the cult, I don't know if you've heard of them, are my Elven Eldritch Knights. Now, I've discussed with them as to what they think the best move is. And they all believe that, as a whole, the Drakhorn is a more powerful magic item and would lead to more power in the long run. But who's to say what dragon or what they're doing with the white dragon mask at the moment? Either path is going to lead to a win for us if it's completed.
Why do you feel the Drakhorn is more powerful than the mask? What do you know about the Drakhorn?
The Drakhorn is, well, as you obviously heard, when the Drakhorn was blown, it signaled not only to the dragons on the Sword Coast, but also the dragons in Faerun as a whole. And it signaled to everybody that something big was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a magic item that can alert a race as powerful and as old as the dragons, as well as tell everybody something is going on or something is amiss, must be powerful.
Yes.
Whereas we already know what the dragon masks do we not?
I don't believe we do. 100%.
Each
Okay.
of them seem to have their own little flair on it all.
That is true. But if, say it acts like your green dragon mask you told us about. That was controlling one green dragon. Granted, for nefarious means, destroying the city of Flan, and, you know, being able to control a dragon is no small feat. But if the Drakhorn can summon 50, 100, 200 dragons. I believe that's a bigger threat than one.
Then one mask.
Very fair point. So, circling back to my original question, what do you know about Helene?
Helene, that is such an odd last name. It's almost like a half last name, like Jim for a James, or Jack for a Jonathan.
What would the full name be?
Helene in the Elvish tongue means wolf, but that last name, it makes no sense. You're not just Garrick Helene. Both of his names seem to be nicknames of a sort. The only other Helenes I know are Tar Helenes, Tarhalen.
Give me just a second. Gotta get my OneNote up.
This is off subject, but Twitch is Reddit and Twitch are streaming the Thanos Did Nothing Wrong ban right now.
No, I'm missing it.
That's so funny.
Oh well.
Tar Helene, which means of the wolves, and the only Tar Helenes that I know were in the Forest of Lathyr, and they were kicked out of the elven enclaves there because not only were they experimenting with some dangerous magics, but they were also implementing lycanthropy into their magic. They were literally trying to make themselves of the wolves.
Were they kicked out by other elves?
Yes.
And what happened to those that were kicked out?
We aren't sure.
Scattered?
Scattered for the most part. Everybody, actually, someone roll an insight check. Everyone can roll an insight check if they want.
Moment.
Okay, starting off right.
Hey, right on board with you, except I rolled a 5. Me,
Oh, damn.
dude. Plus 8, Jesus, fuck you, dude.
Jesus. Nice broken sword. Nice tiny. So this is too tiny. Can you whisper to two people at once?
I don't
I
believe
don't.
so.
You can go to Slack. You just open up a conversation with both of us.
I got it here.
Your copying and pasting is pretty fun, too.
Wanna fight?
Mir, and I'll look over at you, and I'll kind of just raise my eyes.
Yeah, and I'll give a subtle nod back.
And I'll ask you, do you want me, or do you got this?
You go for it.
Lord.
King.
Lord.
King.
He is lord of the elves,
Mm-hmm.
not king.
As this fellowship that's going to be taking out the Thorn and
Really,
Yeah.
Fellowship?
White Draven lads. Hey, you got 2 hobbits basically, so you just need 2 more, and you guys, I mean, watch it, Amathon, or should I say Boromir?
Ooh, snap.
I think of myself more as an Aragorn.
Broken sword is definitely Gimli.
Well,
I thought he was Samwise.
Just based on height alone.
we didn't get to this point by being able to not sussed out misinformation. If there's anything else of the story that you could tell us that, might be the full truth, that would be really insightful. We're trying to stop the dragon cult here, and we really don't want to tamper this relationship, and I really hope we can leave here on a good note.
That was good. Give me a persuasion with that.
Can I assist him with that? In any way, shape, or form?
Sure.
I'm refilling my
advantage.
water, but I'll still have
Give
my
him
headphones on.
advantage. Yeah, I got you.
I was gonna say, like, if not, I could do the guiding thing,
10.
which is an additional 1d4.
One or the other.
We'll go for guidance. So you just roll an additional 1d4 and. 4.
Oh,
14.
nice. King Melandrak will look at you, Tiny, kind of weigh his words. Do you feel like the information I'm withholding from you would benefit your search in any way? I promise you, I weigh my words very heavily.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know. You don't know what we know. And anything that you could provide us, especially with somebody that we work closely on the council, would be very beneficial.
Especially as this relationship is going to be built going forward.
Okay. That actually does make sense. And I will say that if this information does leave this room, much like the Red Wizards, there is stuff in Elven history that we don't like getting out. And this might be one of them. Actually, I don't want there to be any gray area here. This is one of them.
I'll pull out my coin and be like, I swear on all that is Timora that it will not leave my lips.
I'm sure that Orf Lifebringer here will gladly keep our lips closed and ensure that nothing leaves this room. And I'll look over at Orf.
I'll do my best, and if any of you break your vows, you'll be dealing with me.
Broken
Does
sword.
that
Scared.
does that suffice, Lord?
He'll look at Amathon and Broken Sword.
I'll nod.
It's just like really obvious.
Mm-hmm.
It's social. Yeah, I'll give him one of these, like, shrug, like I don't got anything to gain from this.
Okay. Well, like I was saying, the Tarhalines were meddling with magics that elves as a whole do not want into the hands of other races. On top of that, they were degrading their elven blood by mixing that with lycanthropes and the like. Just as a whole, it was not a good situation. So while, yes, they were scattered to the wind, we did our best to wipe them out completely. That is working with factions that may not be in the best repute, but sometimes with the evil that they were meddling with, you don't want to let that out of your sight. You don't want that out into the further world.
So for the greater good, you could say.
Yes,
Greater
for the
good.
greater good.
The greater good.
Greater good.
So, when Garrick, if that is his actual name, Helene, again, that's like two nicknames, when he stepped on the console and, you know, it was hard to hide my surprise.
Surprise or disgust?
Both in equal measure. I was wondering how he got out. And not only that, how he has risen to such a powerful position.
Is there anything you're planning on doing about it?
Watching him very closely and see if his ideals align with what he's actually saying.
Good enough for me. I'll just flip the coin.
His name is odd, though.
What's odd about Garrick? Or is it just, again, being shortened?
It's just a shortened name. It's not a name that usually gets shortened either. It'd be like if you were shortening Mirren. What could you really shorten that to? I don't. It's odd.
Mirror.
It's like he was just going with Rin. Like half of his name.
Which one of you chumps works for the Order of the Gauntlet again?
Mirren.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time. We certainly know it is valuable. We don't mean to take up any more than we need to. We appreciate your advice and your wisdom.
One final question, albeit hopefully a short one for you.
What is that, Orf?
Do you believe anyone can be redeemed?
Anyone? No.
Thank you.
How about most?
Let's go with some.
I'll hop down from the chair and start to walk out.
We'll join him.
Yep.
I'd be the last one out, and I'd bow to him as I left.
I got one question I want to ask him before.
So awkward. Half the people are out of the room.
That's my
fuck it up.
That's legitimately I want almost everybody out.
I love it.
I ask him a question out of earshot.
Okay.
I just want to ask him if the what's Garrick's the Helene?
Yeah.
If the Tar Helenes have do they pass on their or the lycanthropes pass on their same weaknesses to the Tar Helene?
I would like to say that I know the answer to that, but
I'll say I hope it doesn't have to come to that, but that's important information for me to know
that is true.
in case I ever have to draw swords against someone.
We took all the necessary precautions of facing lycanthropes when we faced them. When we
Can I roll to see if I hear this?
wiped them out. Yes, perception.
Okay, and I got an advantage on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll one as well.
I have a legitimate question.
Okay.
If I was trying to be the last one out, where would I be right now?
Probably right next to Broken Sword.
Which I don't care. I honestly don't care if Orf hears it or not.
Oh, okay.
When he's done hearing, I'll turn and say, "Good luck."
Yeah, both of you could have heard that question.
Okay.
And the answer. Now, if there's any last questions.
Oh, I
there's
have
a
one.
big emphasis on the word last. Yes, Orf?
No,
I'll
I'm
turn.
joking. Sorry.
You say you're jerking it? Keep it under control, Chief.
I
It's that Raven Guard, man.
appreciate the audience. And if you are going to go after the Drakhorn, I very much suggest talking with Terran Hornblade. That is so hot.
Continue.
Fucker. Talking to
doesn't-
Terran Hornblade.
So he doesn't know for sure if they have any things, but they just took the same precautions regardless, just in case.
Right.
Okay.
They're not hurting for, silvered weapons or anything like that. So they just took them just in case.
Yeah, but wouldn't he know? I mean, he would. I know that the idea is like, well, we're attacking him with silvered weapons. We didn't use regular weapons, so we don't have a baseline comparison. But I mean, he is
He
Well,
would
I've
know. It seems like he doesn't want to talk about it because
Okay.
you're asking him to talk about genocide of his own race.
not
Taking
his own
gen-
race.
Genocide of a sub.
Of a sub race, yeah.
Yeah, of the
Of his.
Mudbloods.
Of the Mudbloods.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So as soon as
You guys
everyone
are
gets
so
out,
racist.
as soon as everyone gets out and we're walking to the next meeting, I'm gonna basically say I don't like him. He's a piece of shit. He's spying on us. And
If you were on that council, Tiny, wouldn't you be spying on us?
oh, absolutely.
Then I don't want to hear any of your sass.
And Amathon, who says I'm not spying on you already.
I assume you are.
But he's a piece
Speaking of which, you
shit.
might want to get that thing checked out.
I got a guy for that if you need it.
Oh, man, I've been meaning to tell you.
He's a piece of shit, and I don't respect him.
I think that's going to be the case with most of the council members, honestly.
Anyone in that kind of position of power has skeletons in their closet. Without a doubt.
I don't-
character.
That is
Genocide,
interesting.
though?
King Malandrak. How did he just appoint himself king?
That's some history.
If you're, roll it if you're trying to.
Oh God.
Really brushed up on my elven histories. Actually, I am.
You took a class.
Guys, I have this book.
Hey, I did pretty good too.
Minus
I like
one.
The
brains!
You know
It's
how
a-
to read.
Is it a hobby of yours? Broken Sword is just elven history.
No.
The two of you can combine your vast knowledge of elven history, and though you don't get anything about Melandrak that concerns how he became king, you do know that his sons Alagrathas and Neranvain always rushed headlong into their own pursuits, and they were very opposite of their father, which is why he has never named an heir that he wants to take over as the king of the Misty Forest.
Bring in the smarts.
Yep, exactly. That's Broken Sword.
Them Eagles, baby.
Where are we going next?
So I think Terran is probably the most important of them. So
Okay.
I'd say start there.
Okay.
Or continue there.
All right, so you guys are gonna
much-
look for Terran.
Yep. I would do the introductions again.
Okay. You'll actually find him at a bar closest to the Mage's Tower of Waterdeep. This better be fucking.
No, Brian, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Nope, I'm closing that before the ad
I
finishes.
hate you so much. You would actually find
Said
Terran
very
Hornblade in an inn that is very close to the tower, the Mage's Tower in Waterdeep.
My kind of place.
When you guys get in there, it's a little bit run down. Instead of servants, they have a bunch of Tensor's floating discs that very slowly bring you your drink order. So you see a lot of mages because they only move like 5 feet every 6 seconds. So if you're across the bar and
So,
you order something,
Just grab one and push it.
pretty much you see a lot of mages that are in there using Mage Hand to carry their drinks over. As an empty Tensor's floating disc still slowly floats towards them. You see Terran Hornblade in the corner, and he looks like he is just getting slouched.
I would
We
walk
should
over.
have come here first. Or last.
What time of day is it?
Midday. Your meeting
Midday?
with King. Your meeting with the King was in the morning. This will be midday, and then your last meeting will be at night.
So I'd make my way over. I would bow and say, "Master Hornblade, is this a good time?"
Oh, enough with the bows. Didn't we get enough of that at the council?
It's always polite to be respectful.
Just exclude the formalities and talk to me like a person.
I'd grab another drink, hand it to him, and sit down. More than enough.
Well, I have a feeling the rest of this party will be able to make up for my formality.
I have a feeling that if you stand on the seat, I still might not be able to see your face.
Mathon will actually laugh at that.
I'll go up.
Well then, I'm going to sit on the
Snap is
floor
happening.
so I don't have to smell your breath.
Good move. Smartest thing you've said yet.
I'll get a drink and I'll sit down.
Oh my god, Bob, it's happening.
No, I just said that.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
I'll grab
How much-
one for myself and one for everyone else who doesn't have one already.
Okay, I gotta be serious. 2 things. 1. Goddamn. Are those council meetings just as boring for you as they are for me?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you need to ask?
Right. Okay. It's a bunch of political jargon and a lot of those guys, and Laryl Silverhand, who has the biggest one, whipping their dicks out and showing everybody else who's boss. Did you see how Laryl Silverhand took control of that council meeting from Garrick? That was my favorite moment.
My favorite moment was getting what's his name,
Raven
Raven Guard out of the room.
You know, I loved that move. I don't think he realized what you were doing. All the better, because I think that man is going to change Flan for the better.
Oh, that wouldn't be hard. Flan's not in a good state right now.
Okay, and 2, Mirren, I'm going to need you to take out whatever is shining like crazy magic in your backpack, because I don't want to see that right now.
Would that be, since it's in another plane?
Oh, I'm not talking about the mask. I'm talking about what you have in your other pack.
I'm just
I
one of the guys.
I pinged it with my magical sense, and it like sang me a song.
Oh,
I need to see what is giving off in, like an arcane pulse of music here.
Oh, god damn it. God
hey
damn
guys.
it.
Hey guys.
I forgot
He's
about
gonna.
Where is Gix? Let's see, where's Gix head anyway? Party magic items.
He's gonna grab Gix's head and he's gonna stare at this thing like he's never seen anything like this before.
Also, you see Orf stand up and immediately get real keen on it.
Actually, where in the inventory is it anyway?
I don't know. Oh, you know what it is? I have to get it from my archive page. 1 sec.
Okay. And also, like, we still have Skirg's items in here. Like the Sentinel Shield and things like that.
Oh yeah, you can. I'll take those out.
Okay.
But either way, he grabs Gix's head and he is looking at it and he looks like he's just in shock. Like this is the greatest thing he's ever seen in his entire life. Was this a? Where did you find this?
Perfectly honest, I don't even remember. We picked it up quite some time ago.
We found it. Well, I wasn't there. Never mind.
Tiny, you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Out of character was in a cave with the dragon eggs.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Because Gix's head was in amongst a whole bunch of other shit.
Oh yeah, where we TPK'd.
So I did a little bit of, okay. I'm not gonna lie, Mirren. I detected magic in your backpack, and some things were radiating like crazy, especially this Gix head, as you call it. And when I sent it a message, it actually responded back, which surprised me, to say the least. And he said he just wanted to be one of the guys. Can I take this while you are, choosing what you want to do next and just study this maybe for a month or 2?
I'll turn it around and look at Gix. What do you think?
You tell us, Bob. It's you talking to you.
He just wants to be one of the guys. Whether it's one of the mage guys or one of the party guys, he doesn't matter.
I feel like he wants to party with the party.
Yeah, I think he wants to go with us here.
What would entice you, Mirren, to let go of this for a little bit? I promise you on my word as a mage that I will give it back to you.
I haven't known a lot of good mages. That's not very much.
Okay, on my word of this pouch of 4,000 gold pieces, and he'll put it on the table.
We've seen bigger.
I'll say, Taryn, how about this? We're here for information. We're also here working alongside the cult. We'll do you a favor if it comes up, or alongside the council, my apologies.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll do you the favor, let you take a look over the Gix head, and then we might have to cash that back in at some point. How about that?
You can get a couple days with it.
A couple.
Can I get a couple minutes with it?
It's just going, no.
I really wanted to look at it.
Brady, just so you know, this is Bob's old character's head.
He played a Warforged.
Yep. It was originally a whatchamacallit, that did potions in 4E.
Yeah.
Artificer?
Yeah, an artificer, and then they didn't have that class, so he basically became a boombox.
And all he does is blast Daft Punk.
Yep.
Harder, better, slammer, jammer.
Nope.
Yep.
And try and blend in.
And yeah, so we were trying to raid a camp at one point, and we're like, okay, let's sneak in, throw in some ropes. And we're like, well, how the fuck are we gonna get Gix in there? He's a giant robot. And Bob's response is, oh, just, put on a helmet, I'll grab a hammer, swing it around, I'll just be one of the guys. What? No. Anyway.
His understanding.
It's like how people worked wasn't there.
It's like if you told a European to blend in with America by strapping American flag to their back and just have them yell out America. It's the most obnoxious thing ever. It was so
Wasn't it right after scaring the little kid or something like that too?
yeah.
So, anyway, but back to my comment with Taryn. I'm like, well, how about, again, basically just doing the favor for a favor routine.
Oh, I mean, I'm always good for a favor, and I would have given you the information regardless, but you know what? I will gladly take a few days with this beautiful, beautiful thing. And then give it back.
Much appreciated.
So what did you...
I'll turn the head around and just nod it at him.
He grabs it, and it looks like he's never held anything so beautiful in his life. He gets all wide-eyed, and he's looking at it, and he's got this huge, doofy smile on his face.
Now to questions.
Gladly.
So, your friend, I apologize, I've forgotten her name, something the Crimson?
Macath the Crimson.
Okay, let me write that down. Or forget that shit too.
The one person that can tell us more about the Drakhorn, because no one alive knows more about the Drakhorn than she does. She was a member of the Arcane Brotherhood in Luskin, part of the Host Tower, and she decided that she was going to go investigate the Sea of Moving Ice. Before she disappeared, she sent me a message reporting her progress. She spoke of seeing ice hunters paddling their sealskin boats towards a huge iceberg that seemed to be flattened like a plateau across its surface. Now, I don't know if you guys know anything about the Sea of Moving Ice. Brady, you would. But it is an area on the Sword Coast that's even above the spine of the world, above Icewind Dale. It is really, 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 really cold up there. I mean, who in their right mind would actively go up there? Can you guys see where I pinged?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
When we said north of the spine of the world, it was bad news.
it is cold.
It's not
Cold,
that bad.
She, like I said, she sent a sending spell, and she reported seeing ice hunters paddling their sealskin boats towards a huge iceberg which was flattened like a plateau. And she said she intended to follow the ice hunters and investigate that gigantic iceberg. But then, unfortunately, after that, no more reports came in. So, being the wonderful member of the Host Tower I am, I attempted to scry to find her. And I used a lot of other magical means. And the only thing that I could locate was her ship, which was adrift and heavily damaged somewhere within the Sea of Moving Ice. I did see with my scrying that some of the ship's crew were dead, but I never saw signs of Macath's body anywhere.
Now, if we do happen to pursue that avenue, how do we actually go about getting up there?
Well, I'm sure there's traders that run goods up to Icewind Dale. There's a couple towns up there called the Seven Cities. Jake, is it 7 cities? Or 10 towns? What is it called?
10 towns.
10 towns.
Seven Cities is Malazan.
Yeah, thank you. 10 towns. There's an area up there called 10 Towns, which is, a group of 10 towns that help each other survive in the harsh environments of the Icewind Dale. And I'm sure there are traders that have gone into the Sea of Moving Ice before. You should be able to find at least one boat out of Waterdeep that's gone up there.
And how long will that journey be?
Well, by boat it takes a couple of weeks, I know that. But, getting up there is getting up there. And what's a couple weeks at sea when you're going after the Drakhorn, right? Something that we desperately need out of the cult's hands. Now, I will say that is the area, at least the spine of the world is, where the dragon Arathader makes his claim.
Can you spell that?
Arathader?
Arathader. Rathator. And I'm guessing
What kind
now,
of dragon?
a Rathator is a white dragon. Brady, you know all about a Rathator.
Yeah, I know.
He
I figured so.
is a white dragon that lives up on the northern side of Icewind Dale in the Sea of Moving Ice. He actually attacked the house tower at one point. Funny enough, that's actually how we lost the Drakhorn to begin with.
House tower?
You had the Drakthor.
Yes, we did. This was before my time, mind you. He goes by the name of Old White Death, and he actually makes his lair in a mountainside in the north. I'm guessing the reason why my scrying magic didn't work is because...
Did he say Old White Death in common, or did he say in Draconic?
he said it in common. He has a lair in the Lone Fang Mountains. At least that's what we're able to decipher. Rothator is odd for white dragons because, as Broken Sword might have told you, a lot of times white dragons are more... what's the best word?
Bestial.
Bestial. Yes, feral. Bestial. A lot of times they don't plan ahead like, say, a green dragon or a red dragon would. They tap into their primal instincts.
That
The
sounds
weird thing-
familiar.
Yeah. The weird thing about a Rothator is that when the host tower was attacked during the dragon's rage, he had the sense to, during the attack, grab as many of the most powerful magic items we have in the host tower and take them north. And every attempt that we've made sending Eldritch Knights up to the Sea of Moving Ice, they've come back with nothing, or they haven't come back.
Now, were you there when they questioned Talus? She seems to have a thing for white dragons.
I was not. The only information we've gotten on Talus is what Garrick has given us.
So nobody, to your knowledge, on the council was around when Garrick questioned Talus.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't around.
If I remember, wasn't Amalia there?
Ramalia and
And
Marshal Ravengard
Okay.
were there.
there was more than one group there when she was questioned.
Yeah.
Good.
Ramalia, Marshal Ravengard, and Delan Winterhound were there.
Okay.
Either way, it seems like she could have information on either path we want to take.
That is true. I mean, I'm not saying that you're going to deal with a Rothator if you do go north. All I'm saying is I'm thinking the reason that our scrying magic isn't working is because a Rothator's lair is so close. Now, I don't know much about a Rothator besides that, but I have heard that he does seem to appreciate the making friends with those similar to him, be it other white dragons, or he's going to look directly at Broken Sword. Dragonborn. Of the white variety.
Would I have already known that?
Yeah, you talked to him.
Oh, yeah.
He gave you a
me the
sword. Yeah.
He's a white nationalist, but for dragons.
Oh my god.
Wait, was
So
it broken?
Brady, as soon as he starts talking about Rothator,
Yep.
you know that was the name of the dragon that gave you your sword.
Okay.
He was definitely the one that, gathered everybody there.
Yeah.
But either way, the Sea of Moving Ice is so close to his lair in the
And I would have been to his lair, right?
you would have been to his lair in the Lone Fang Mountains, which is part of the Spine of the World.
Okay.
It's funny because there used to be 2 large white dragons up there, but we haven't heard much from Icing Death in a long while. So I wonder
Icing Death.
I thought that was the name of a sword.
if it was.
That's a fantastic name. Very, very pleasant, charming,
Mm-hmm.
welcoming. I don't like it.
We haven't heard much from Icing Death recently, so
Would I know anything? Would I know anything about that?
roll history. Anybody that wants to.
Oh god. As a dragonborn from that area, would I have an advantage or no?
Yeah, actually, you would.
Yay!
Nat
Oh,
20. Ooh.
damn!
Nice.
23 and 20. Icing Death was a dragon that was in a very long slumber and had a huge control of the region of the spine of the world near Icewind Dale and the glacier. He was killed by Dritz du Erden and... Oh my god, I forgot the name of the barbarian.
Wolfgar.
Wolfgar, thank you. He was killed by Wolfgar and Dritz du Erden. And Dritz took a sword from him and named it after the dragon. But either way, Terran Hornblade will just keep saying that I'm not sure if Arathater has taken over his territory yet, but Icing Death hasn't been heard from in a long time.
Yeah, because he's dead.
That would make sense. And Arathater being more cunning and patient than most white dragons, I feel like he's probably moved into Icing Death's territory as well. Which makes him even more powerful because, from what I remember, the old White Death liked to patrol his domain tirelessly, and he kept careful watches even the most minor changes.
I'd like to micromanage.
Very much so, which is odd for white dragons. He seems much, much, much smarter.
Who's this Dritz person who killed?
Dritz is like the most famous character from the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
I
a
don't
he's
know
a,
anything
he's a
about
drow elf
Okay.
that has, like, I'm not even kidding, 30 books written about him.
it. Okay.
And more. They're starting them back up again.
Hell yeah, they are. Whoop, whoop. He's awesome. Chaotic good. Lots, like the most famous character in D&D.
I'm just happy that we're getting more on like Mitz and Boo.
Right.
Majin Buu.
Majin Buu.
No, Boo is a hamster.
A giant miniature space hamster.
Giant
Yes.
miniature space hamster.
Or miniature giant space... Anyway.
And by the way, those aren't any close to the best character in those series.
Jarlaxle?
Okay, Jorlaxle is the best character, but if you're gonna write books about anybody, it needs to be Thwibbledorf Twent.
Dumbledore Point. The Battle Ragers. Hell yeah,
Battle
dude.
Rager who doesn't shower for 20 years that just wears spike armor,
Yep.
jumps on you and convulses.
I love it. I freaking love it.
God, it's been years since I read those books.
So Terran will continue. The lair that I assume with the lair of the dragon as powerful as Arathater's is no doubt protected against scrying magic, which is why I've been able to locate Macath. And if Macath is alive, in addition to the lore that she has gained regarding the Drakhorn, I think just in general we'd be very happy to have her back.
Didn't he say they were not like lovers, but didn't he hint at that kind of at the council meeting?
No, you're thinking of Talus, I think.
Talus was
Oh,
a
yeah.
lover of a white dragon in the north.
No, I'm talking about the chick that we're going after.
I specifically asked him, and he said no.
Oh, okay.
Macath was not. She just wanted to go up to the Sea of Moving Ice to see if that's where the Drakhorn was taken by Arathater. And if so, she was of the belief that the best way to not only... The best way to study dragons was to be in their natural environment. And the best way to study the effects of the Drakhorn on Arathater was just to see it firsthand.
She and Talus would probably get along really well.
You know, from the sounds of it, I think they would get along swimmingly. Just like I'm about to swim in this beer, and he's going to take a huge swig of the beer.
So, assuming you were in our shoes, I'm assuming you would go after the Drakhorn?
I would undoubtedly go after the Drakhorn. Not only because I believe it's a more powerful item than the White Dragon Mask, but I would also like to see Macath. She's a very, very astute sorcerer, and not only that, a decent friend.
Sounds good. Well, certainly thank you for your advice and your information and your time.
Well, before we end this for a little bit, the Gig's head is still out, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it back a little bit.
What? You like reach towards it really
I have a
slowly.
favor to ask, and I'll let you keep this for a few more days.
Okay. Shoot.
1, we are in need of superior healing.
Done.
2,
Done.
okay.
What is number 2, though?
Scry on Shield and Jakar.
What is it?
Scry on Shield and Jakar.
Who's that?
Two of our old party members. We still have some of their equipment.
I was just going to ask, do you have anything of theirs?
Yep.
I could do it right now. You want me to do it right now?
Please.
Go. Yeah.
All right.
I
What do you guys got?
turn to Broken Sword and start.
I don't do anything back.
I think Orf's won every round so far.
Or wouldn't he just be fist and like hammer, like every single time?
Every time it's a rock.
Yeah, every time it's a rock.
What do you have? What do you have of Shield and Jakar's?
We have Jakar's old weapon. Do you remember the?
The axe.
Yep.
Okay, and then Shield.
I think, don't we have a shield?
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Bahamut shield?
call that axe by its proper name, please?
The Gaping Dragon. The Gaping Dragon. Great
Rand's
Axe?
reprisal.
Yep.
Ram's Reprisal. Oh yeah. Okay, well, I'll start with this axe. He'll look at the axe. You guys have a lot of very interesting items.
It's been a crazy year.
I think we need to talk some more when you get back. Yes, we need to talk some more. A lot of these look okay. Either way, scrying. Yeah, I will do that. He'll grab the axe, Jakar's axe. He'll lay it out on the table. He'll tell everybody in the bar, "All right, everybody, you know the drill. You see a bunch of like low-level mages like scatter out and create this huge circle around the axe." And he rubs his hands together. He's like, "All right, a little bit of scrying magic. Here we come." And then he'll just touch the axe with one of his fingers. And his eyes glaze over. And after about 30 seconds, he comes back to... You looking for a location?
Location, health.
Are they? Yeah. We know they're alive. That's pretty much all we know.
Well, I get to a certain point, and then everything goes blank. Like, either my scrying is being stopped, or he's... How do I put this lightly? Maybe he's not in his right mind?
He's insane.
Yeah.
We knew that before. Like, there's no change there.
Oh. Well, it's hard to pinpoint a location for this one. I think he might be dancing. Does that sound right?
Yep, that's him.
I think he might be dancing inside some sort of large castle. I couldn't pinpoint a location, but it was definitely in the north somewhere.
Okay.
Made my day.
Same thing with the other one? Location?
Yep.
Okay. He does this whole, bells and whistles show, obviously doing nothing, and then he just touches it with his finger. His eyes glaze over again, and he comes back to about a minute later. He looks a little bit more somber this time. Yeah, I could find this one.
And
How much do you want to know?
everything.
It looked like he was impaled with a Bahamut sword.
And still alive?
No.
Okay, that does go against like what? Because you told me they were both alive.
How long ago was that?
That was when we first asked him questions before this started.
Mm-hmm.
Information could be wrong. Wait,
It was on the way back, so up to 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so still dead.
well, interesting.
I have a location as well.
Okay.
It's not very far away.
Okay.
Really?
No.
Where?
There's some sort of makeshift temple just... There's some sort of like makeshift temple to Tiamat just north of the city.
I'm surprised Ravengard didn't destroy that.
It's really small.
I'm surprised Ravengard just didn't destroy that.
Yeah, we didn't know that that was here.
Well, I think we have a field trip. Round up who we can and head over there.
Might be a good place for the 5 of us to start.
Yep.
Were you close to him?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And I wish to recover that sword for the Bahamut.
Yeah.
Wrong character.
Oh no, no.
No.
No,
You said the right thing.
No.
The meaning is very different for the different character.
Oh no. Brady, you think I like Bahamut? Both characters do not like Bahamut.
Including the paladin of Bahamut.
Yeah, but I don't know how we didn't know the location of this. It's almost like the only way we could. Taryn seems like perplexed. Looks like he's thinking, like he's
Take us-
doing calculations in his head.
Take us there right now.
Or it's a
I
trap.
could teleport you there, but it seems like the only way I would have found this is if I looked for this item in specific.
It seems like it's something that's important, and the council should know about this, and so I think we should go right now.
If they are this close to the city, they are likely entrenched elsewhere.
And
It's also
above,
likely a trap.
and trap or not, we
It's
should
unlikely
get-
that's a trap, considering, how would they know that we'd be able to do this?
They weren't able to find this place on their own. Only somebody specifically looking for shield can find it. Sounds like they left a loophole specifically for us to find it, but or specifically for you to find it. So yeah, I'd say that sounds to me like a trap.
Trap or no, we need to honor their friend.
I'm not saying we shouldn't go by any measure. I'm just saying let's think about this for a second before we jump to.
Well, I'm sure some of the Harpers could scout it out.
What do
well
they
ahead
know?
of them, too.
What do they know about you two? The cult.
Of us?
Mhm.
Probably
know.
not much.
What do they know about us? I mean,
Yeah.
Most of the ones we've encountered have fallen a hard case of death.
They
Okay,
also might.
Then what does the gauntlet know about you?
Better yet, what did your friends know about you? You don't know what's happened to them since you
actually,
parted.
That is
before
true.
we sent our friends away, we gave them false information.
That doesn't mean that everything before
It's still
then.
possible for them to know about you and I. And I'm looking at Tiny.
I don't disagree. I mean, we're in this position, and I'll look over at the wizard. You know what? Of all the people on the council,
Mm-hmm.
I have no reason not to trust you, and I don't know why. You're just a mage. Like,
Right.
And so then I'll look back over to you guys. I'll just continue talking. I mean, I understand we're in this position, and the precautions that we're taking is because we
Wait
think
a
there's
minute,
mole
Tiny.
underneath.
Wait a minute. Taryn's gonna interrupt you. A drunk mage?
Yep.
Okay, keep going.
And so I what they know about us, that's a loaded question. I mean, they could know everything, they could know very little.
Either way, it's worth checking out one way or another, even if it's not us directly. And it's something I'd encourage the Harpers to do. They are more skilled in the ways of stealth, and I think they're going to be a lot less noisy than looking at Broken Sword and then looking at Orf.
I thought you were close to this person. You don't want to handle this yourself?
Close and being stupid are two different things.
We've only survived so, like...
Our goal is not to honor Shield. As much as I pity the loss of him, the plane is more important.
Than our friendship.
The other question is if they have some kind of roots or influence over the town, this might be a good place to start too.
Yes. There is likely some form of information there.
I'll look at the tournament, and I thank you for everything you've done.
Mm-hmm.
Before we
I'll push
go,
the geek's head back to him.
can you show me the location in case we decide to go there personally?
Absolutely. Let me just mark that on your map.
Gee, don't we have 2 maps?
2 maps. What's the second map?
I thought we somehow got 2 maps. Probably one of them would go away at this point. No, that's also probably over at Flan. I'm dumb.
Okay. Here you go. Let me just get up a little marker here for you. Where's that cave? I just gotta find my Skyrim markers. Here we go. Let's do, we'll just do the Skyrim mine. Actually, no. We'll do the Skyrim dragon marker.
I'll describe Shield's sword that he got from the golden deer or the golden elk.
The golden stag, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll describe that sword. Is that the sword that he's impaled with?
Yeah. Short guy impaled on the sword.
Why wouldn't you use the camp tribe thing?
Yeah.
The what?
The camp or tribe, since it's a small thing.
Which one's it? Oh, yeah.
Hey, Shaw.
Uh-huh.
Out of character, did you mean to say short guy?
I did mean to say short guy.
Okay.
Short guy impaled on the sword, right?
Short?
Yeah.
No.
That's cool.
He's
Shield.
a Dragonborn.
Shortish guy.
No.
Was
Oh.
he Dragonborn?
It didn't look like a dragon. Or a dragonborn.
Interesting.
What do they look like?
Oh, I don't know. Just a normal dude.
What race?
Human.
It's not who we're looking for.
It's definitely not Shield.
Oh, I just assumed that's who it was because his sword was what you were having me look into, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty much drawn almost immediately to the sword, to be honest with you, which is why I came back so fast.
Well, it's still something worth looking into, but that changes the dynamic just a bit.
Yep.
Mhm.
Something that definitely warrants scouting well ahead of time.
And the fact that we gave that sword to the Temple of Bahamut.
We did?
I look at Mirren. When we
Yep.
got back into town, we
We
gave
gave
that
it to
sword
him.
for Shield, and we kept his shield. So if that sword is sitting in that cave,
Then something's wrong with the...
Very interesting questions then.
So what do you know of the Church of Bahamut here in Waterdeep?
Just like any other church, I don't spend much time in them, to be fair with you.
If
I think
you know, not to put down churches and faiths and such, but I would really recommend going over to, I don't remember the name of it, the Golden Saucer. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay. Wait. Well.
The Church of Tamora,
Yeah.
the gambling hall,
Yep.
all the drinks.
Oh. You know, I have spent a little bit of time on that one, but didn't do much worshiping. Unless losing all your money to Timora is considered worshiping her, then
That is definitely considered worshiping.
Exactly
her.
what they expect.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well then, yes, I have worshipped her a lot.
I will pass him a card and like, here's a nice little blessing. It's like a
Oh,
buy
this
one
again?
get.
How much is this going to cost me, Mirren? I'll do it anyways. He flips it over.
And okay, I was wondering like a little card that you could take there and like. I read like friend of Mirren or something like that, just like a friend of the house.
I thought you were playing a game.
Oh no,
Oh dang it!
no,
I
no! I'm explicitly giving him like a card or something that like I might be known for to give to him to take there.
Yeah, he realizes that now. He thought you were
No,
doing some gambling with him.
not for now. But it might bring
okay,
you a
fine.
bit more. It might bring you a bit more luck there when you're there next time.
That's true. Thanks for that. I'll be using this. So what else you guys need to know? I highly suggest going after the Drakhorn. I want to see McCath again, and I think we need that in our possession because that shit is scary.
Sounds good. Thank you for your time and information.
Yeah, no problem. You got any other questions for me?
Who do you trust on the council?
I guess that is the right question, isn't it? Well, King Melendrak. He talks slow, but everything he does is at least done intelligently. Sometimes maybe a little bit slow, but you know, he makes the right choice more often than not. Garrick shines with an evil brighter than I've ever seen in my entire life, but from what I've heard, he's been nothing but adamant in stopping the Cult of the Dragon from day one. Yeah. It's hard to trust the Harpers, sorry, Tiny, because of their, past with Calvin Blackstaff. We didn't get along very well.
I wouldn't have gotten along with him either.
Don't know much about the Emerald Enclave, to be honest, so I can't really say that I trust Dylan, but I guess you could assume you know where their heart lies.
What do you know of Agatar?
What do you mean?
He didn't emit any magic?
No. I mean, his gauntlet and his metal leg did, but we heard that he was out, helping you guys with Flan, and then he came back and didn't remember anything, and I tried to help him remember, but I don't know. It's weird. He doesn't remember anything. It's like the memory's not even there to help him retrieve.
You said you tried to help him remember. Do you know a whole lot about like working with memories and enchantments that way?
No, but the enchantments on that armor that he carries around are like more advanced than I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm talking years in the host tower and years within the Arcane Brotherhood and Luskin. I mean, shit, I'm the leader of the Arcane Brotherhood and I had never seen this kind of stuff before.
Who in the realm do you think could be capable of doing such a thing?
Shit. Who has a long enough life to develop magic like that is the real question.
Liches, gods.
Liches, gods,
Dragons.
long-lived elves, dragons.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, advice, and opinions. We'll certainly be in touch, but again, we're to some degree keeping things close to our chest with what information we're giving out about what we're doing.
I will say, just because, you asked who I should trust. I trust everybody at, arm's reach on the council. I don't think anyone's there for any nefarious means besides maybe the Harpers and the Zentarum. But to be fair, the Zentarum I can get along with.
And you don't trust the Harpers because of...
Who the fuck lets Calvin Blackstaff be their goddamn leaders? And who's to say that he's not still pulling his strings from the goddamn grave?
Don't you have the capability to see that sort of thing if you really wanted to?
Har, 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 har. Put two mages' intellect against each other, and that's a duel that no one's gonna win, Mirren. At least with someone like Orf and Broken Sword, there's gonna be a winner eventually.
Unless it's a game of Jean Campion.
Thank you for your time, and I'll start walking out.
Did Broken Sword ever do any rock, paper, scissors?
No, never.
I'll also walk
I mean,
out.
rock, rock, rock.
Yes, rock, rock, rock. Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you guys before you go. If you do, let's just say I would like to entice you to go after the Drakhorn. And in ways of doing that, just come back to me if you're going to do that, and I will reward you. Reward, that's such a bad word. I will
Bribe.
bribe. I will help you on your journey.
Well, you can
I'll-
start with those superior healing potions I asked for.
Fucking Christ. He'll open this gigantic bag of holding. And he'll look in.
Do we hear anything when he opens it? You know, like cries.
Kill me! Kill me!
Oh, sorry, that's just chair.
That's my chair. He'll pull out this like huge sword that looks like it's just glowing with magic. Oh, that's not it. Put it back in.
Wait, what's that?
Just pull out a bunch of other random magic items, and finally he'll hand you like 4 or 5 potions, Mirren.
Okay.
4 of them are
Superior.
superior healing potions, and then the last one will be I don't know. Let's see.
Roll for it.
Um.
Come on, he's drunk.
Okay,
He's gonna
fine.
pull something random.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll a 1d8. Because
Wow.
yes, he is.
You want to get an 8?
Not it.
Oh, you're the one that suggested. Okay.
2. God, how do you always get this potion of frost giant strength?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Daddy.
That's 23 for 1 hour. Makes
You
your
writing
strength
it down,
23 for 1 hour.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Screw
That's
it.
good.
Screw it. Roll 1d8 one more time.
6.
What was it?
6.
Oh, wow. That's another potion of greater healing. 44 plus 4.
Okay, greater healing. Oops, that's superior.
What was 8?
Not gonna tell you. Those are his personal potions, but
Oh, okay, gotcha.
he would have given one to you because he is drunk.
I'm going to just pass around the. At this point, we have 5 greater healing potions, and let's give everyone 1.
44 plus 4, people.
Thank you.
And
Oh, here, actually.
you guys can fight each other for the frost giant strength.
I don't need it.
Oh, you don't need it.
I've got one on my belt.
Did those show up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nathan, Orf.
Yep.
I'm just shake the potion at you.
So who's getting frost giant strength? I'm just gonna assume Tiny, unless someone else says otherwise.
If somebody doesn't reach out and take it, I will take it.
I'll say unless anyone else needs this, I'll happily use it.
I still have a hill on my belt.
Okay.
Nathan.
Broken Sword or Amathon, roll off.
No, if Amathon says he wants it, I'll let him have it.
Oh, okay.
Why? Because Broken Sword has plenty of his own strength.
Ooh, snap.
I bet your strength is probably better than mine, so yeah.
All right, boys. Any other questions for Terran Hornblade?
Just one.
Mm-hmm.
If we do decide to investigate this sort of a Hamlet that their friend had, and we want to make it there with haste, could you still teleport us there if we come find you?
I'm not the best teleport magician. I'm gonna be honest with you, Orf. We got other mages to do that kind of thing. AKA, that's below me.
Is one of them a crazy horizon walker?
God.
Oh, HZ? No. I will never talk bad about HZ.
That makes one.
That dude's been places.
Yeah, I fucking man.
Is there a way to link the
He's
potion of
seen
greater
some
healing?
shit.
Starting with the loony.
I put
bin.
it in party magic items.
Oh, okay.
We all have one.
So just remember, or you guys put it in your inventory?
Put it in your inventory.
And then just delete it when you use it. But if anyone's wondering what it does, it's under party magic items.
And for the love of God, everyone needs to pick up actual healing potions too. I can only do so much to keep everyone alive. And more than likely, I'll be the one alive and you'll be dead.
I mean, just playing it straight.
Empirically, yeah.
And Tiny will be alive.
I'm surprised, Jake, that you haven't used Catho as one of your names yet.
When enough people die, it'll come out.
I have Moash and Sigzil up there.
Zigzil, yep. I thought you used one more.
I did.
Zanpos.
Zanpos, yep. Zanpos, thank you.
Which
right.
one's my real one?
Ooh, baby. Any other questions for Terran Hornblade?
No.
All
I
right.
honestly don't think so.
So what are you guys going to do next?
Romalia.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm gonna. Before we leave,
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell him. If you're a gambling man, you got any interest in gambling for one of those potions? I don't have a lot to offer, but I don't think you really need a whole lot anyway.
What can you put
Okay.
forth there, ya young whippersnapper?
I mean,
How about that nice sword on your back?
that's not gonna happen.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the broken one.
That's also not gonna happen.
Oh, come on, it's just a broken blade.
No.
Okay. He'll take a big swig of his drink.
I'll put down. I don't know. I mean, gold in 5e is a lot more valuable, correct?
It's worth 1 gold is worth about 1 gold.
Oh, so it doesn't like really convert. And oh, I didn't know because it can. I haven't looked at magic items, so
It's a lot less magic hungry, but magic is a lot less prevalent nowadays, but that's been a recent occurrence
okay.
because someone's sucking it dry, baby.
All right, I'll just turn and walk away.
Thank you for your time.
He'll raise a glass to Yorf. Sorry about the short joke.
It's the truth.
Yeah, that it is. All right, where are you guys going?
I think we should go Romalia next.
Just gonna hit her up. Tiny.
Yep, I'll send her a message.
She will gladly respond very quickly, and she'll say, I will be waiting for you in my quarters.
Partially dressed.
Partially dressed, if
We are
dressed at
not-
all.
We're not running a train on the head of the Harpers, guys.
So you guys can
I'm
get,
already dibsed.
huh?
Already dibsed? I mean, if you guys aren't going to honor dibs, then
You have no honor, you swine.
She will have you guys go to like this back alley behind one of the bars in Waterdeep. There'll be 2 Harpers there, and they will look at Tiny. They say, follow us. You'll go back the same exact way that you got there, right back to near the Mage's Tower, where she's in an inn. Not an inn. She's in like a makeshift house, kind of near the Mage's Tower, just sitting in a room.
I'll walk in. I'll do a quick gesture. I'll usher everybody else in, and I'll go pour myself a glass of wine.
Oh, sit down, good friends. How is everybody tonight?
It's been an informative day.
That's good. I assume you're talking to everybody.
We are making the rounds.
That's good. I think it's a good idea to at least keep the council at a distance right now. even though our failure as a whole against the Cult of the Dragon would spell an end to all things beautiful and honest. But
What
That's neither
news
here
does
nor
the Harpers can provide us?
well, I think that the rumors of the cult trying to bring back Tiamat are true, and I'm frustrated by the unwillingness of other Harpers, as well as a lot of the members of the cult, to fight
Members of the
or
cult.
the council to fight the Cult of the Dragon. I understand their hesitation, but since we're only, I understand their hesitation. I'll keep it at that.
Okay.
I think that since we've been so recently reformed,
There isn't much trust yet.
there isn't much trust yet, which is sad to see since we've been so open as of late.
Well, I will continue to do my best to not tarnish the Harper name.
And you are doing fantastic, Tiny.
No.
As well as you, Mirren. Although you are a member of the Gauntlet, I will say you are an honorary member of the Harpers any day you would like to come over.
Oh, thank you. Now, don't mean to get right to business.
She'll
but-
wink at you, Amathon.
I'll nod back.
Don't mean to get right to business, but did you know that there is actually a Church of the Cult of Dragon not far north of here?
It was a Shrine of Tiamat, not a...
Shrine of Tiamat. Thank you.
No. No, I did not.
It seems that the cult, or at least those that worship Tiamat, have been able to get very close.
Close. Like close to Waterdeep or close to the council? Or both?
At least close to Waterdeep.
Okay.
It's possible their influence does go well beyond that.
Well, the standing members of the Gauntlet and Marshal Ravenguard's troops have been scouting the outer areas of Waterdeep, so that's surprising, but if it is small, it would be hard to, find, especially if we're not looking under every nook and cranny.
I think this would be a great opportunity for the Harpers to step in.
I think that's a good idea. Have you told anybody else about this?
We have not.
There's only one other person that does know.
Mm-hmm.
Terran Hornblade.
Oh, he's a drunk.
Still listening. I'm just gonna step away for just a sec.
I doubt he'll remember. And he found this place?
By scrying. For a shield.
Do you remember him?
I do.
His sword is there.
But he is not?
It appears that way.
This sounds like a trap.
That's what I thought.
Called it.
Damn it, he's still listening.
Yeah, I fucking hear you.
But we can't hear you. Not well.
Being the masters of subterfuge, investigation, this sounds like a tactic that we would use to lure somebody away from either their course of action or just lure them into a trap. I would be cautious as to how we proceed with this.
That sword that we gave him, though?
Mm-hmm.
Or that sword, we gave to the Temple of Bahamut.
In what temple?
Wasn't it here in Waterdeep?
Huh.
So why that sword is in that cave is a greater question to me than what's actually in that cave.
Yes.
So
and
who
that's why I
knew-
believe that the influence of the cult might be closer than one thinks.
Right. Who knew that the sword was there?
The entire Temple of Behemoth. Or Behemoth.
Behemoth. Bahamut?
The fuck, Jake.
Wow.
Come on, man. You spent
Oh.
20 levels worshipping the guy.
I spent 20 levels doing something. I spent 20 levels calling, but nobody was answering.
Message read by Bahamut.
Just waiting for that response. One day, baby. One day.
Oh no, he finally responded to me at level 20, and I fucking told him I'll quit. Put my 2 weeks in.
By the way. So no one on the council knew that you gave the sword to the Temple of Bahamut?
if anybody does, it's Garrick. Because Shield was a member of the Gauntlet.
Yep.
So
yeah,
if-
but did you
That's-
tell Garrick that you gave the temple the sword?
I don't recall 100%, but if
I don't believe
he
we
would,
did.
he would be one. If we were to tell somebody, he would have been one that we would have told.
That is so counterintuitive, though, because Garrick has been the one that's been gathering this. The council is here because of Garrick.
Mhm.
We're fighting the Cult of the Dragon because of Garrick. That makes no sense that it would be him.
So we
it's
also know
either-
that Jakar is alive.
That's good to hear. He was a good dancer, if I recall.
That is currently what he's doing someplace in the north.
Oh. I feel like this would be something that we should investigate. Maybe not you in specific, but I could send some Harpers
To Bahamut or to the cave?
to the cave and Bahamut.
Yeah. It's something definitely worth keeping an eye on.
Uh-huh.
Definitely. Thanks for bringing that to my attention.
Mhm.
I value intelligence like that, especially quality intelligence. And keeping it quiet for now, I think, is the best move.
I concur. So, what is your opinion? Dragon mask or horn?
Well, you've gotten a dragon mask, so we know that you're capable of doing that. So, and I feel like getting another success at this point in time would be beneficial to the council. If you came back with another dragon mask, maybe you could sway some of the more wishy-washy council members to pledging more support. And since you were already able to gain the green dragon mask, I think getting the white would hopefully be, I don't want to say easy to downplay what you did in Flang, because it sounded like it was a very hard time, but the Drakhorn, from the sounds of it, is lost, and it will take a considerable amount of time to find, where the information that Talus has, we should be able to find Vrom decently quickly. But granted, that is all the information that I have from the council.
Okay.
And getting a win at this point might be good. To bring in, like I said, the more wishy-washy members.
Do you know if Ron is to the north as well?
Honestly, Garrick and Talus are the ones that you're going to want to talk to. I believe he was to the north.
On that subject, Garrick,
Mm-hmm.
what information do you have on Garrick?
Well, it's not hidden to anybody that he radiates evil beyond belief.
Smirk.
Due to lycanthrope.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know if you knew that or not. I've decided to trust him at this point because it does seem like he has that under control, or at least that aspect of himself under control.
On
He has a certain time of the month where things just get a little
Jesus.
weird.
So do I,
Pretty much
Aaron.
understand.
So do I.
Me too.
Oh, but it's so different, Tiny, and that's okay.
No, hashtag me too.
What do you know anything about Agatar? And you saw, like, do you remember how he was before we left?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Fiery, passionate?
Different body?
I don't know. What? What do you mean, different body?
He was just, it's more commenting specifically on his outlook and his opinions. He was very fiery going after the dragon, but
Yeah.
he's calmed down a bit since then, that's all.
It does seem like he has calmed down a little bit since then.
Yep, it's probably because he managed to get it out of his system, and we all know he's got a hatred for dragons. But nothing concerning, just figured we'd ask your opinion on it.
Yeah.
Eyebrow raised.
Insight checks for buddy. It's not a very high DC.
I bet you I don't make it.
Hey,
Whoa.
hey.
Okay, +5, bitch. Fuck
Okay,
you.
Broken Sword didn't make it. Neither did Mirren. Tiny and Mathon Orf. Ramalia is an elf. If you have any other questions concerning that aren't going to be coming from King Melindrak.
I'll bring up what King Malandrak said, about the banishment of lycanthrope, mixing blood with the elf.
Yeah, that was a pretty tough time for elves as a whole. It's hard getting orders from elven leaders to kill off members of your own race, especially when they did keep them themselves. Granted, we were told that they were experimenting with magics they shouldn't have been, but either way. Right, exactly. They never hurt anybody. I didn't agree with that. Let's just say that.
You didn't agree, but did you execute?
No, I was young.
Okay.
That was over 200 years ago that happened.
What do you find interesting with King Malandrak? Found Garrick's name very interesting.
Yeah, Garrick's name is odd too. I thought that since the first council, it's like he's going by two nicknames almost.
Two different people?
Yeah, I've known a Garrick before, but he never went by Garrick. He always went by Augerick.
Tell us a little bit about him.
Oh, they're not the same person. I just knew someone with the...
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Tell us about Augerick.
He was charming. He was very smart. He's probably the best mage that I've ever met.
And
He liked to... He used to enchant little trinkets to, woo the young ladies. Woo the young elven girls.
What kind of
family?
trinkets?
Just, like... If someone made a little clay soldier, he could enchant it as a kid and make it move and walk around.
What family was he from? What was his surname?
I don't recall. I don't remember. It's so odd.
Well, I'm sure you've been concerned with more important things on a regular basis. I don't expect you to remember every detail of your childhood.
True. It's just odd that that's something that you would usually remember. It's just
Oh, Jesus.
What?
weird to see that. That's gone.
Abby just walked downstairs.
Scared you a little bit?
Yeah, well, nobody can walk downstairs right now. Like Heather can. So, anybody coming downstairs.
And Helene, that's such an odd last name. That just means wolf. Elves don't have singular last names. Like Shades of Blue would be a last name if I was to translate. My name is a direct translation from Elven, meaning a haven of trees. Translating it back to Elven would, obviously give that connotation, but if my last name was just Tree, that's how Garrick is going by. It's just weird.
Mm.
Makes... I guess I have nothing else as far as the search goes. I think we're still gathering information.
Okay. Will you inform me as to what you do decide to do? I don't want to sway you either way. I feel like you, as a group, will make the best decision at the time.
I will inform the Harpers as soon as I feel it will be proper.
I will trust you in a Mathon at that.
It's not necessarily you we don't trust, but there are definitely eyes and ears everywhere right now.
Okay.
On Go ahead, Amethan.
I said I was just going to wrap this up and say thank you very much for your time and for your information.
Okay.
I'll actually stand up and walk over to her and say, on a different and personal matter, I'm formally requesting a promotion.
In front of everybody, huh, Tiny?
Well, I mean,
We'd know sooner or later.
I think that's fair, and I do believe you deserve one. Are you out of character? Are you an Oathman or a Lawman right now?
level 2.
Okay. Then, in front of a Mathon, Mirren, Orf, and Broken Sword, I promote you to a Lawman within the Harpers. You can give out missions within the political region that we're overseeing, and I will allow you to recruit members into the Harpers if you so wish. Now, I want you to do this in hopes of cutting out the rest of the corruption that still lies from Blackstaff's influence. And remember, we are trying to save face, Tiny, so not that I have any worries with you. That should just be the primary motivation for anybody that you decide to bring into the Harpers.
My goal is to bring the Harpers back to the shining light.
Amathon,
Yes?
how are you feeling?
Getting by.
Are you just a hireling in the Harpers, dude? Out of character.
Yeah, I'm level 1.
Okay. She'll look at you and she'll say, Tiny, if you could promote your first member, that would be...
Oh my god, yeah! I will walk over to Amathon and I will say, Amathon, I honor having you next to me, and I honor having you part of the Harpers. And I promote you to Oathman.
You survived.
Round of applause for Amathon!
He gives almost no reaction to the whole routine.
Well, I hope you're happy with your new promotion, both of you. And I would just like to say thank you for everything you've done, especially in Flan. You've made the Harpers look fantastic.
Do you have any Harpers out there right now? The Welcomers were kind of decimated.
Really?
Pretty
That is
much completely.
That
really
sounds
unfortunate to hear.
like a rival more than a companion.
That is true, but they were always good for information for any Harper agents that were in the area.
I thought the Welcomers were the part of the Harpers. Out of
They were
character.
until they split
Oh, okay. Sorry.
when Bane took over. I will take that into account. If I feel like I have some members that are not getting utilized to their full potential, I think I could send them over to Flan.
It might be worthwhile to at least keep tabs on. I keep forgetting his name.
Hector Brown.
No, not Hector Brom. I expect Hector Brom to die.
Oh, Marshal Ravengard?
Yeah, Raven Guard. And maybe guide him in a subtle way towards a good decision.
Yes. I think that is a good thought.
Okay.
Do you have anything else for me?
No.
Okay. If you don't mind, I'll have these fine gentlemen escort you out. He's just going to point to 2 Harpers. They will cover your tracks to make sure that you're not followed.
Were those 2 guys in the room when we were talking about all this stuff?
No, they left. She would have waved
Okay,
them out.
good.
She knows. They'll lead you around the city for a little bit, and then after a while, they'll just stop you in front of a shop and go back the way they came. So it's just the 5 of you chilling out.
The moment we leave the Harper building, I'm gonna yell at the top of my lungs, "There's some motherfucking Harpers in this building! Cover that shit up!"
You see 15 fireballs explode the building. Ramali is dead. Good job, guys.
Well, that's interesting.
Doesn't that mean that Tiny gets another promotion?
Oh my god!
Eliminating the chain of command.
I can promote myself!
I, Tiny, promote myself.
So at this point, we've spent the day, like you said,
Yep.
3.
So I didn't want to go through the whole slog of like how you got to the meetings.
Yeah.
It took you about 4 hours to get to the meeting, talk to them, get out, do the next one. So it's been about a good, 12 hours. It's pretty late at night, 8 p.m.
Can we do like a small break?
Yeah.
Nice.
Shaw, do you want to take a sec?
Yeah, it's go on Discord.
Okay.
Make sure to mute yourself from this. Actually, I'm just going to back out of this real quick so that my conversation... All right, can you mute yourself in this?
Yeah, you can.
Can you hear me?
No, I couldn't hear a word you said.
But you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Man, I wonder how long it's going to take to purge all these people.
I don't know, but I looked once, and I have not been banned.
Yeah, same here. I've not been yet either.
Still not banned.
That thing's cooking now.
Still not banned.
Do you think Flare will go out to the people that didn't get banned? So when people make new accounts and they come?
I think Flare should go out to both sides.
Technically, they're just in a different universe, right?
You don't know that.
Does that depend on what canon they're going with?
They're crazy. Midna is losing her goddamn mind.
No.
Yo, Jake. Jake.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
What up?
You got any carp fishing tips?
Carp?
Yeah, carp.
Try hook. So, go.
Corn.
Well, you could do corn, but one I like.
They're not interesting corn.
The one I like is go. Where are you fishing? Kunapazam?
My backyard.
Okay. How deep? Is it like 8?
Less
10?
than. No.
Okay.
Like waist deep.
Okay, so go. Fuck, if you're fishing.
I want to go bow fish them, but I don't have a bow.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would.
Go. So try hook, try hook, just a straight up try hook. And then go like 2 feet and put a heavy weight.
Yep.
Because you want that on the bottom. And heavy fucking weight because you want to whip that out there.
What's up?
I've done like go get a loaf of bread and take a bread slice, ball it up into a ball, and then just ball it around. You can do like a bread peanut butter mix, and literally just take a can of peanut butter, throw it in a bowl, and take bread slices and shove it in there and just mix that together, and it just makes a gooey whatever. But what you want it to do is you just kind of want to chum the water with it on the hook. That's what we used at the Coon Rapids Dam a lot, was that we caught fucking carp and catfish all the time on that stuff.
I just want to catch one of these guys. They're so fucking big.
How big are they?
Like 2 foot plus. They look huge, man.
Yeah, just get a... Okay. You don't need a lead or anything like that because they don't have teeth.
Right.
But...
And you don't want a leader technically either because they have really good vision, so...
Yep.
I'll scare them away.
Whatever rig you're using it on, make sure it's spooled with more line.
Yeah, because he's going to run.
Oh, dude, it's going to be one of the best fights you've ever had.
Yeah.
Carp are
all
one of the best fights that you have.
Yep.
Yeah, one of the biggest fish I've ever caught was a carp. Sold it to a Humong guy at Coon Rapids Dam. No,
Not
yeah.
surprising.
I would, if you have like a 6 or a 7 foot rod, I'd go with that. That you're,
Six. I think I got a 6.5.
go with the 6, your longest rod, and then hold on. The nice thing as well is you don't use a bobber. You'll just stick that thing in the ground, and you'll see the tip kind of running with it.
Well, I'll be able to see. I'll be able to see it when he does it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be able to see shit. So.
Well, and he'll take like 5 minutes to even just at times, just because they'll suckle on it,
Yeah.
and then they'll kind of move on. And then when they move on, what happens is it slightly gets caught in their mouth, and that's when you kind of see like you can actually get like a little thing that goes at the end of the rod that detects if the line moves, and it'll actually like beep. You can get like
Fancy.
you can get one of those like on Amazon for like $5, $10, and they'll just.
Oh, were you buying? Were you buying a boat this year?
I was trying. Like I'm kicking it around still. I actually might wait till the fall because then it'll get cheap.
That's a good idea.
It'll get cheap, and then I'll have to just store it over winter. But yeah, it's something that I want to do on Saturday mornings at like 5 a.m. and be off the lake by 9 or 10. But just grab a lake around here, troll the shore, see what we get, pull it in. Mm-hmm.
Still my dream. Win the lottery. Show up to Jake's house. Or not Jake's house, but bring him out somewhere. Nice chunk of land. Jake, look at this beautiful bass boat. It's all yours. He's like, oh my god, it's so kaboom! It's gone, Jake. Why? Why would you do that to me? I don't know. Shits and giggles. But if it makes you feel any better, that's the one right over there that you can actually have, and then you're like, oh no, it kaboom!
Yeah.
And then I have a third one. Then I have a third one there, and I'd be like, this one's for real. And you'd be like, I can't trust you.
You gotta
Pull out a
wonder at
switcher.
what point does he blow up the boat while you're on it.
Pull out a switcher. Can you trust me on this third one, Jake? He's like, nah. You're just gonna blow it up as soon as I get excited for it. Well, get excited, Jake. It's not gonna happen. It's yours. Gets excited. Press the button. He expects it to blow up. It doesn't.
Don't worry, in your giant pool, I'm going to put nursing sharks. And one day you're going to be out there swimming in the morning, and you're going to see nursing sharks, and you're going to poop yourself, and you're going to have a poopy pool.
Gross. You don't care. You're not specific about anything, right? With this boat? It's more just to get a boat?
Yeah, I'm in between getting like an 88 non-steering column 16 foot or
What about 1980 Lund Pike 20-footer?
Lund Pike 20 foot?
Yeah, model 20-foot aluminum boat with trailer.
And I'm back, baby.
Not too shabby.
Yep.
How's the next current bid of $375 sound though?
For what?
Where are you looking at that?
All right, I
Okay,
had
bud.
muted everybody.
All right, y'all ready for this? Da-na-na.
I'm ready for this.
I'm ready for it.
All right, so you guys, the 5 of you, have collected back at the end of the yawning portal. Talk away, my friends. You have some information. Some shit has come to light.
My
Keep it in
bad.
character. Love you.
So I think first and foremost, well, it's not directly related. There's some obvious things going on with Garrick.
Yeah, he's 2 people.
He's radiating evil.
He's split into 2 people.
He's splitting his
Seems
memories
like it.
specifically to inhabit 2 items. Agatar being his other half, he's enchanting his own, basically a body for that section of his personality and channeling his rage into it, I'd assume.
Mhm.
And I imagine if we were to ask Agatar the same stories that we asked him on the way to Flan, he would have the same visions, but from the eyes of a bugbear now as opposed to a
Hobgoblin.
hobgoblin. Yeah. He's not hardcore enough to be a bugbear.
He's neither bug nor bear.
Um,
What about an owl bear?
Oh
that
god.
Jake, I
being
said-
said,
Hey
Yeah.
Jake, I sent you something unrelated. Sorry.
Yep.
I think there's a good chance that part of the reason he's doing that is in twisting his own memories is A, to lighten the load on himself, but then also to allow himself to focus and not hate people like Mellenbrack. That being said, if he's deleting his own memories and possibly those of the people around him, that might be part of how we have a leak, even if it's unintentional. That's a dangerous game to be playing. The fact that Romalia doesn't seem to remember, the fact that Agatar was a half-orc just a few months back.
Mm-hmm. 2 months back.
2 months back.
Are you
And they
saying
they
that
definitely met.
Are you saying that he's altering other people's?
Romalia doesn't remember suddenly, and he's the one. Agatar has all these enchantments that, as we found out from Ava, are based around memory. Romalia, who obviously knew Agatar, now sees him in a different form and can't make sense of it. Can't seem to remember the details of her childhood friend. There's definitely a connection. He's doing something that's modifying their ability to see straight.
You think Terran Hornblade would have been able to pick up on that a little bit more?
But he said he couldn't even grasp the concepts of Agatar's enchantments when he saw them. He said that they were too old and far more complex.
This is true.
While Terran may be the better mage, I would bet that Garrick is by far the better enchanter, as at least at this point it sounds like he's dedicated multiple lifetimes to this one specific skill. I'm still not worried about his heart being in the right place and doing the right thing for either Garrick or Romalia. I'm just worried about any side effects that might come out of it.
That we're agreed on.
Are we still in agreement of going after the horn?
I think so.
The other thing that came up
If
with
we
this...
can, actually, if the mask happens to be en route, it's possible for us to do both.
True.
And if your friend's sword is on the way as well, that might be a decent stop.
I think that at this point we want to leave to the Harpers.
If they get information, we still might be able to make a stop on the way up there, depending on what they find out. Because I don't know if they're going to clean it out themselves. They don't seem to like to
Go ahead.
act directly.
Are we still wanting to talk to Garrick?
Yes. Even if we don't talk to him as a group, I will talk to him privately.
We'll talk to him in the morning, get information on Talia and what she knows.
Who knows? She might want to come with us. And at this point, well, we're lacking a proper caster.
Talus?
Yep.
Well, and Terran certainly offered us some services.
I'll take offense to that comment.
The proper caster.
Yes. I'll look at you, Marin. I'm like, what the fuck?
Can you cast Fireball?
Give me a fucking scroll. Yes, I can. You
Without a
cast
scroll.
fireball. With or without a scroll.
My powers come from a different source.
Okay. Well, you thought so. I don't have to ask no stupid pussy god to give me stuff in the morning.
My god's at least mostly reliable.
You roll way too many ones for that.
Fucking,
Hey,
I got 12
my god,
Arcana. We need a caster. Fucking A.
I'm looking for a glass cannon here.
48 hit points.
He's definitely glass.
Yep.
God.
So,
Actually, not to get off track, we also need to do something about those robes.
Yeah, I will take care of it as the caster in the fucking group. I've got hands, Mirren.
So,
You know how much gold this group just lost? You have no idea how much fucking gold this group just lost.
Brady, did you mention that thing about the dragon in character?
Which part?
About meeting it? Knowing the dragon? Giving you the sword? That whole thing?
Yeah, I probably would have said something about that. It's not
Say it.
something I'm.
Say how
It's
you
not
would.
s-
Just say it in character.
Well, I don't remember exactly how the conversation went up. If he was like, "Oh yeah, this blah blah blah," I'd be like, "Yeah, I've met him," and he'd be like, "Pardon?" I'd be like, "Yeah." Show this. I'd point at the sword.
He probably would have let it lie, but you guys can expand on that now if you want.
How much is
So-
that thing worth?
Typical
Don't.
opening question.
Don't even think about it.
If you were to sell it, how much money would you get? I've forgotten.
So,
Isn't that an
did
insensitive
you
question?
exit on? Did you exit on peaceful terms, Broken Sword?
Yeah, I was a chosen warrior, one of 3.
Who are the other two?
I don't know, some other chumps. Think as good at stuff. You know,
I-
first,
So
First place.
Chumps like you.
first place, not first place, and also not first place.
So,
Competition.
what exactly does that entail then? You being the chosen warrior of this white dragon.
What do you mean? I'm the strongest.
Did the dragon choose you for something in specific?
Probably his sunny personality.
Yeah, because I'm the
I'm
strong.
not asking. I'm not
Because
asking
I'm the
what
strongest.
trait
Are
caused
you
to
an
get
extension of
chosen.
his will?
What do you mean?
Does he have any control over you? Does he direct your motives?
He's not a. I mean, he's a dragon. He's not a god.
Well, perfect
And even
example.
then-
Tiny was recently promoted, and he tends to act on the behalf of the Harpers. Are you in a similar position?
Yeah, I work with the Lord's Alliance.
Yeah, specifically with the dragon, not the Alliance.
No.
Okay, that's the question I've been trying to ask.
Well, then why don't you just ask it?
I do. So, if we go up there, I'm assuming there's a chance that we might encounter this dragon. Is that going to be a concern for us?
Yeah, it's a dragon. I mean, you guys have fought a dragon. I've fought a dragon before.
But if you're on friendly enough terms, will he attack you on sight?
I didn't say I was friendly.
You're just his champion without being friendly?
Yeah, do you like know the contest? I mean, like that's what like people terms. You held a contest, and like I said, I'll take both hands and do one of these guys, like thumbs to the chest.
You know
Yeah.
we can't see what you're doing because you don't have a camera, right?
I know that's what I'm describing. That's why I'm describing it. Thumbs, like 2 thumbs. What's got 2 thumbs and that kind of thing? This guy, first
Yeah.
place, and just shrug like. It's again.
Okay. Good to know. So,
I mean, a Mathon. If you like ran into a devil, would you be like,
Touchy subject.
can't fight?
He doesn't know.
Touchy subject, and I'm saying this in character.
Yep.
Touchy
Yeah.
subject.
Hey, guess who doesn't really get social cues sometimes and just keeps on talking because he's focused on one conversation. Yeah, like if you know, sure. Do I like dragons? Yeah, they're pretty awesome. But if they're like trying to destroy the world, well, then that's probably not an awesome dragon. You know?
Jeez.
You know? Hey, walking on the street, there's a devil shooting off fucking devil shit, killing people. Is that gonna be a problem?
It's
I mean, it
just
wasn't.
got
I'm
weird.
just saying. It's not a question he was asking like for an actual answer. He's just saying it.
Perhaps we
So-
should reconvene at a later time. And Amathan will turn around and walk away.
Good
As he's
talk.
walking away, his tail is twitching pretty badly.
Okay, Tiny. That went well.
What's up that guy's ass?
Well, I
I'm
do.
gonna
I
refill
do
my water while you
believe.
guys have this conversation.
I do believe you were touching on something that was probably left better untouched.
Like Brian's wiener.
Isn't that never touched?
What if he didn't want? If he doesn't want an answer, then
I'm
don't
gonna go
ask a
take care of
question.
something tonight. I will. I'll see you guys in the morning. We're gonna go talk to Garrick. I'll give you the double guns. John, I'm gonna go back to Terran Hornblade,
Okay.
and I'm going to say, hey, can you get these roads back to the Red Wizards of Thay?
This is the smartest. This is the smartest decision that you could have made. I will gladly get these back to the Red Wizards for you.
Can you get them back? Can you get them back to them with a letter? And I can send them a letter basically explaining what happened. Kind of like what you said of explain what happened.
Just, hey, we kind of ran into your guy and he was, going after us, but then we killed him on accident, so here's your robes back.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I'll make it sound a little bit more official if you don't mind, but yeah.
No, I'll write the letter.
Oh, okay.
I'll write the letter. All you need to do is get the letter and the robes to the guy.
Oh, that's easy enough. We got some contacts over there that work directly with the Red Wizards. That shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, I'll get you the letter.
Are you gonna give him the actual robes?
Yeah. I am saying out loud as I'm handing him the robes, and I'm writing an invoice that I have given Terran Hornblade the robes of the Red Wizard. I'm writing an invoice. I'm signing it. I'm having him sign it.
Chain of custody.
Chain of custody. That's so perfect.
So when they scry and it's not in my hands anymore, I can be like, "Oh, I gave it down the line. Give it back to you guys."
He will grab the wizard, the Red Wizard robes, and he'll look at them, like the same look that he had when he was holding Gix's head. And he'll look up at you and smile, and he'll say, "I will gladly get these back to the Red Wizards."
Can I roll like if he's lying?
Just roll an insight.
I'm gonna do it at advantage today.
You feel like he's slowly weighing his options on how many days do I have to study these before they send a cadre of wizards against me.
Hey, did he sign the invoice?
He signed the invoice.
Okay, then I don't give two fucking shit.
It's like, well, if I wait 4 days and they scried on the first day, but they have to travel,
Okay,
Hey Brian,
I'll
So-
get you the letter.
out of character. I know slightly in character. You got fucking problems with devils and shit like that. Something about your mom or whatever. Do you want to tell me in character or no?
Do I want
He's-
to tell you?
he's
Or
got-
out?
I mean, sorry, not in character. Out of character.
I would probably tell you in character after Tiny left.
Oh,
say it. I want to hear this conversation.
Okay. Well, Tiny's gone. They're gone. Yeah, that's a little of a bit of a sore subject right now. His brother was, essentially killed by Devil, and now is somewhere down there in one of the many. Is it the Nine Hells?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nine
in
Hells.
one of the Nine Hells.
Why the fuck's his brother down there?
Because his father sold him out.
What an asshole. Do you guys have any plans to try and get him back?
Not right now.
The father? No.
His father traded him for power.
What an asshole.
Yeah, he didn't really grow on us.
Oh, so the father was in part of your party as well?
For a little bit. He didn't last long.
You know, I'm getting the distinct impression that no one in your party lasts long.
Hey, Amathon.
Well, it's now been 2 days since we lost the party. I'll give a little, like, shout.
John, can we get a counter on here? It's been this many days.
It's been 67 days since our last incident.
I will make one before next session.
Because I am feeling a little hungry.
So, Mathon is left for the night after, you know,
After I just say, just give him a little bit of time and things will be okay.
Whatever.
reconvene in the morning.
Yep.
All right. So the night's gonna go off without a hitch. One of these days, Orf, it's gonna happen. One of these days, he'll play with you.
Oh no.
He's just waiting for it.
Well, I'll go up to him and be like, "Hey, wanna?"
Absolutely.
No, to Broken Sword.
Oh.
Someone's actually
I'm
tall
good.
enough.
Nah, I'm good.
Oh. The night will go off without a hitch. You all go your separate ways. Reconvene in the morning at the Yawning Portal Inn. Is everybody just gonna meet there? Is anyone not gonna show up?
I'll show up.
Okay. That's what I was asking. I was just asking the group to not single you out, Mathon.
My daddy didn't love me enough.
He doesn't know his dad, so haha. Got you.
Yeah, joke's on you, you bitch.
So yeah, you guys meet up, have breakfast at the Yawning Portal Inn, and yeah, discuss. Bros, what you gonna do?
I have
So,
3 questions I wanted to ask before the day was over.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Is Agatar and Garrick the same person? Or were they the same person?
Unclear.
Is the... It was Tiamat's... Is just the small church of Tiamat? Was that the thing that was up there?
Shrine.
The shrine?
The shrine of Tiamat. Is that a trap?
Yes.
Called it.
Yep. Is the Church of Bahamut here in Waterdeep compromised?
Usually, when you flip your coin, one side means yes, one side means no.
Mhm.
This
just keeps spinning?
Yeah, it lands and spins, like she's unclear.
Okay.
Maybe.
We could harness that coin. Create infinite energy.
It's like the butter and cat thing.
Yep.
in the morning, I'll kind of address the group. So, with us, it sounds like we're most likely going to go after the horn. I think we've all made that agreement, and I'll look to everybody for agreement.
Shrug.
Before I continue, if you can get a word to Ramalia, that Shrine of Tiamat is definitely a trap. Confirmed.
I will do that as soon as we're done here. Actually, I'll call over the bartender and be like, can you get a message to this bar?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll scribble it down on a piece of paper, hand it to him.
That'll cost you 50 silver. 50 silver.
I'm going to hand him 5 gold.
He looks at that and he's like shaking. Right away, sir. He'll give you the worst salute you've ever seen. He literally runs out of the inn himself.
Is that how you're going to recruit Harper agents?
This is a bartender who was working his shift, by the way.
He's left
the owner.
Well, after he leaves, I'm going to go up and grab something to drink.
Yeah, there's no bartender. You can do that.
So,
Are you going to pay for that?
It's already been paid for. So, yeah, I'll pour myself a drink and just be like, The Church of Bahamut here, it's unclear if it's compromised or not, but I'd bank on it is, or at least being watched.
When we do leave town here, I wish to leave somewhat stealthily.
Fucking weird.
I think
I love that.
it appears we're probably going to be traveling by foot north, unless we can establish a different form of travel, whether it be teleportation and or a ship.
Either way, I'd want to get out of Waterdeep, make sure we're not being followed, and then see about procuring some other form of transportation.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I think instead of going north, we should go out east, directly east, and I will travel a day behind you.
Actually, who is our one boat friend?
Leo Ocean Motion.
Yeah, there we go. We might be able to arrange to meet him someplace.
Hey! You been fucking laughing at Leo Ocean Motion?
Leo Ocean Motion single-handedly held a dragon off of his ship.
Yeah,
He's a badass.
Yeah.
He's alright.
His ship single-handedly killed a freaking hill
giant.
when it fell off the bridge.
Oh yeah.
He still has that. He still has that fucking dent on his ship.
It's a badge of honor.
So,
But we might be able to arrange something with him.
I also, if he's in town, that might be a possibility.
I can get a message to him.
Okay. The only other thing I would think of is that we could commandeer some carts and pretend to be merchants going out east, and I could follow a day behind, see if somebody is following us, and if not, we can just start heading north at that point.
Actually, let's... Shaw, can you pop back over to the map?
Yeah.
So what we could
I'll
do...
give you.
If we go east, we could go east along, sort of on the path, and meet him up on like a river someplace, then come back out and go up if we want to travel by boat.
Well, let's get a message to him to see if he's even anywhere near here.
Okay.
You're gonna want to procure some stuff
Winter
to keep
clothes.
stuff to keep you warm. It's gonna get really fucking cold.
You are literally going
And
to.
I say that, including myself.
Yeah.
So, if I'm saying it's gonna be cold for myself, it's gonna be fucking cold.
Well, do we want to? It might be
don't
best not to
hide.
procure that here, if we don't want people to know where we're going.
True.
I don't care where you procure your stuff. Just don't take the north lightly. It'll fucking kill you.
So I'll use sending to send a message to Leo and ask him if he is in Waterdeep and would be up for a job.
You'll get an instant message back, and it says,
God, Brian, why would you do this?
Captain Leo Ocean Motion has received your message and will respond to you when he is able. Sent from Waterdeep Docks.
So yes,
Yeah, okay.
dude, we gotta. Out of character, we're gonna owe that dude so much money by the time we're level 20.
He has an automated reply bot for him, built into his ship.
Okay.
I'll mention he's still around. He's at the docks.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Do you trust this person?
Implicitly.
With Mirren's life, I do.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
I could be a cannibal.
Yum.
Okay, do you want to go talk to Garrick McSchmerrick?
Agaric Tarhaleen? I mean, Garrick Haleen?
Do we want to bring the entire party, or do we just want to send people that are more familiar with him?
I could go talk to what's his face.
I've been waiting 3 years for you guys to find out his actual name, by the way. I'm so excited that you're finally putting it together. Ugh, just makes me so happy.
Wait, who?
Augie.
So you guys gonna go meet with Garrick?
Yeah.
Before you head out to Leo?
Yep.
All right. You know where Garrick is. He's in the same inn that he always is.
How's he looking today?
He's looking really spry and chipper.
So everyone's going into the inn.
Yeah, unless you don't want to.
Well,
I
that's
am
that's
not
what I
going-
asked earlier. Like, do we just want
I
to
am-
send in the people that know him?
I'm not going in the inn.
Okay, so me, Tiny, and Amathon.
Or
Yeah,
if you're not going to go?
Oh,
I might
I'd stick with
hang
Broken
out.
Sword.
I got a phone call from my father, so I'm going to step away.
Say hi for me.
I'm
All right,
as
so-
like, I'll go to the inn. I'm just not going in. I'll just be like, I'll wait out here for you guys.
I'll stick with you, bees.
You gonna sit there and just try and play Rock, Rock, Rock again?
When you say roll a perception, it's not gonna be too tough. Just roll one.
No problem, bud. I'll roll one for you. I'm really good at percept. Oh my god, that was a good roll.
Every single time that you have said bees, he lets out this snort, like a quick exhale, and it's just kind of like, it's that what you get when you walk outside and it's really cold. Just that blast of like, it's really small though.
Oh, I would take that as a chuckle, bees.
He won't do it again right now.
Love it. Mir and Tiny? And Amathon, who's silent in the back right now?
Mirren, I'll let you go first. I'll let you lead.
Okay. Well,
Hey, Mirren.
you're looking well.
Yeah, it's a,
Good night last night?
not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Down by the docks again?
No, the council meeting was like 2 days after
Okay.
the last full moon. So he's looking really good. He slowly digresses throughout the month.
Yeah.
So he's looking really good right now.
Where's Augie about right now?
I think he's meeting with another member of the council talking about next steps for the gauntlet. I'm not 100% sure. We'll touch base at some point.
What do you think should be the next steps?
Honestly, I leave it in your guys' capable hands of making a decision. You already showed the council that, and me for that matter, that you can deal with, a dragon, let alone procuring back a magic item like the Drakhorn or going after another white dragon mask. So I trust you guys.
No, we couldn't have done it without his help.
Whose?
Agatar.
Oh yeah, I mean he's built to kill dragons. I mean, look at the guy. I mean, that's why he started the Order of the Gauntlet originally.
I thought it was you that started it.
Well, I mean, he came up with the idea, and I helped him get it going.
So both of you came up with it really, or just sort of came to a mutual conclusion?
More or less.
Hmm.
From what I remember. It's a pretty long time ago.
When did you actually get started?
I don't remember. I remember Agatar would go town to town with reports of like small dragon attacks and, when the cult was first forming. And then, his like heroics essentially built up the original Order of the Gauntlet, and then once I came in, we kind of made it what it is today.
Was this over in the forests of Lothier?
No, we started kind of down by Cormier. Could have fooled me. I would think that Agatar was a purple dragon knight in one of his past lives or something. He'll chuckle.
Oh, I'm sure. Look over at Tiny. I'm assuming... Oh, that's Orf. Never mind. I thought Tiny posted that link. So what do you know of Shaw?
Yeah?
Oh, your screen went completely black for a second. I thought you dropped.
Oh, weird. No.
So what do you know? What's the guy's name that has the white mask?
Varam.
Varam. Thank you. Sorry, I just completely brain farted. So what do you know of Varam? Or
Only what Talus has told me.
Is she still around?
Yeah, she's around. It's not like we ever under lock and key or anything.
Yeah. What has she told you?
That she was part of the cult. She had the white dragon mask. She knows more about white dragons than anyone I have ever met. It's crazy, but she apparently what her beliefs weren't aligning with what the cult was, so they took the mask away from her. She wanted to use it to study white dragons and her mate, and they wanted to use it for more nefarious means. So even though other people on the council don't think it's smart to trust someone who's been so high in the cult, I think
Sounds like her and McCath would get along quite well.
it does, which is why I think it's important that we get McCath back. That way we have two.
So you are definitely in
Scholars
favor of going after the horn?
I think that's the best move at this point.
Now, does she... We know Varam has the mask. Did she know where he was or which direction he was going in?
Some days she says that she can pinpoint the location of her mate, which she assumes is being controlled by Varam. So, that's the best we got. If he's controlling her mate directly, then yeah, we know where Varam is. But if not, then
Do you have a ballpark direction? Is it the north?
Right.
Okay. Do you think it'd be possible to talk to her before we go out?
If you could find her. Like I said, we're not keeping her under lock and key, so...
Okay. But she's definitely still around in Waterdeep?
Yeah, she should be, unless she moved on, but... She gave me all the information she really had on the cult and, what we could learn from it, and then, I guess, is making sure that, I don't know, the cult doesn't chase after her or something.
Oh. Oh god, I didn't write down... What was the king's name? I didn't... I just wrote king. I just wrote king.
Melindrak?
Melindrak, thank you. Now, what do you think of the other members of the council? Things seemed pretty heated the other day.
Who in specific?
Well, we know about Ravenhood or whatever his name was.
Ravengard.
I need I need to create my own damn cheat sheet.
Well, Laryl Silverhand was happy taking over the council from my hands, apparently.
How do you feel about that?
As long as we're aligned in our goals of stopping the cult, I guess I don't mind. Bron Anvil was quiet as always, quiet and stoic. Not a bad thing, but he can be brash. Terran Hornblade's a wealth of knowledge. Dellen Winterhound would be someone to talk to if you're going to go north. He'd have fantastic resources, especially to survive in the cold of the, sea of moving ice.
Yep.
It's a scary place, especially for someone who's not adapted to cold.
And he's just outside the city?
Who? Dellen?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Also, Broken Sword's with you. I'm pretty sure he's from the north, from what the rest of the council told me. He's could probably
not the talkative type. Not one to really suggest anything, honestly. I suspect he's going to be good with a blade, and that'll be about it.
Oh, okay. And then, Romalia Haventree, she's great.
Bob! That's so mean.
You're not here.
And kind of truthful.
And Romalia Haventree and Zen, I appreciate that they've been there since the beginning. They can't stop fighting with each other, but it is what it is.
I have a feeling you can trust Romalia quite a bit more than Zen.
Yeah, I have that feeling as well.
Now, what do you think of King Melindrak? It
I was
looked like he had a
disappointed.
little bit of animosity toward you.
I was disappointed he came.
Really?
Some of the elven leaders of the Misty Forest, him in general. We have a past that I don't like to get into.
What is the past?
Well, when he came, first things first, he automatically disregarded anything that I said.
So he didn't
I tried to
pull
get
out.
him to the council, and Laryl, he won't even, talk about the Cult of the Dragon until Laryl Silverhand walked in.
He seems like a very patient man.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He weighs his words heavily. Takes him a while to make a decision, which could be bad when we're facing someone that acts as quickly as the cult does, especially if we're as strong as they are. I don't think. I'm not saying we act as quickly as Marshal Ravengard, but we also shouldn't act as slow as King Malandrak wants.
I think for him to be more involved in fighting the cult, his forces, or his people, have to be directly involved. Let's see, what was it? It was the Misty Forest. Like, if they have a presence in the Misty Forest, he will get involved.
That's true. That is probably true.
I don't know if you or Delon have scouts out there, but if you can find any signs of the cult there, that might spur him into action.
That is a good point. So, that is a good point. I wonder if there is cultists in the Misty Forest.
Most certainly.
Sorry, Tiny, what was that?
Most certainly.
Yeah. There has to be. If there's cultists everywhere else, you would think that they're in the Misty Forest.
You have to assume that they are everywhere.
That is a smart assumption.
Sorry, but
Sorry.
I'm at this point. I assume that the cultists are in Celestia.
Shit, I probably agree with you, Tiny. They are that far-reaching and that dangerous, which is why it's imperative that the council sees that and we all join together.
They have eyes and ears everywhere.
Unfortunately, that does seem to be the case. And maybe trusting Talus right away wasn't the best idea.
I think we can trust her as long as our motives are the same.
Yeah.
If we bring her closer to her dragon friend, she'll be more than happy to help.
She would be a reliable ally, for sure.
Yep.
True. So what did you need from me today?
I was really hoping to talk with Talus herself.
Like I said, you're going to have to find her. I'm not, She gave us the information we needed. I presented it to the council, and now that the council's here, I'm busy leveraging egos against each other so everyone can still continue working together.
Something else that we have learned. Do you remember Sheldon Jakar?
Yeah.
We know at least Jakar is alive, and he's in the north someplace.
That's good to hear.
And that.
If you come upon any further information, we could definitely use that to try and help out their situation, especially if they are still alive.
Shield is questionable, but I have a feeling he is still alive.
Okay.
Kimura believes he is still alive.
Okay. I mean, it would be good to get back one of the, other members of the Order of the Gauntlet, especially as one as powerful as Shield was.
Agreed.
Let's hope that he's still himself.
So are you going after the Drakhorn then?
We still don't know. We know Vrom is, in the north someplace, and he has the mask. We know the horn is the north, and sort of in the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
We were really hoping to gather some more information before we came to a complete conclusion.
Okay. Well, just keep me involved. Let me know.
Will do.
So, but I think at this point, if you are going to go north, I will say that you're gonna need supplies to survive the cold weather. Broken Sword would be someone to talk to, but I can help you along at least in getting those supplies. He'll hand you over a bag of 2,000 gold. Just take this. Just take this from the gauntlet, and
So we have 4,000 gold from what's his name? The mage. And 2,000 gold from
Garrick.
Yep, Garrick. I'm just pushing it to Tiny unless you've run out of room.
No, I actually opened up quite a bit.
Okay.
So, yeah. I hope that is enough. If it's not, just let me know. But at the very least, you're gonna want.
It should help us with our travels and provisions.
Right. Anything else?
Tiny?
I'm good. Is there anything else you'd like to bring up, Miran? Anything at all?
Not at the moment.
Then I think we have got nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
At some point, I would like to, talk to you about gauntlet matters, I should say.
Yeah, we can do that.
Privately.
I think since the blowing of the Drackhorn has happened, that is giving us a little bit of a countdown with the cult, and it's not good to tarry. Especially since I hope you trust me with cult matters.
Oh, of course.
Turning Order of the Gauntlet. And like I'm gonna trust you to either get back one of these items or both. So.
I believe right now we'll do our best for both.
That's good. That's what I like to hear.
Agreed.
And I know Agatar's gonna like to hear that as well.
And, Chad, do you just want to do that conversation in Slack?
Yeah, we'll just do it after the session.
Yeah, because it's already 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. So we can get started on where you guys are gonna go for next session, and then we'll just start this next session by doing the Drackhorn or the White Dragon Mask.
And then did we want to talk to Delon?
I'll just go over his shit real quick. He would say that when you are going north in the Sea of Moving Ice, that it is going to be colder than you've ever experienced. Broken Sword could probably tell you, even for a White Dragonborn, it's going to be cold. If you don't have winter survival gear, you will not survive, period.
Okay. Next question would be, where can we get that sort of gear?
Sorry about that.
Just any, outfitter.
Okay.
A lot of times you could just pick it up. I mean, you're going to want thick padded clothing that's going to allow you to stay warm. It's going to keep your heat inside and close to your body so that you stay warm in those elements. I mean, maybe Broken Sword can wear his armor, but the rest of you, Tiny, Miran, Amathon, Orf, you're going to have to decide between wearing your winter stuff or wearing your armor. Because it's going to be cold. And having that cold metal pressing against your skin is just going to make you get colder all the faster.
Okay.
So it would be a good idea to pick up not only that, but snowshoes. And I'm guessing that it's going to take a while to find this plateau of ice, this glacier of ice that you're looking for. So bring enough rations to get you through.
So what I'm hearing is I just rolled a paladin that has sweet plate armor, and I'm not going to be able to wear the sweet plate armor. Thanks.
You can wear it, bro. So big thing.
It'll just be a gnome popsicle.
I'll just let you know.
Gnomesicle?
Every hour you guys are in the Sea of Moving Ice, you'll be rolling Constitution saves. If you're not wearing survival gear, you automatically fail them. This is every hour, mind you. And each failure of your Constitution save every hour means you suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
I played that game with Chikar once.
That's how cold it is up there.
I ain't doing that again.
I'll just give you those sexy mechanics right now. When I say cold, I mean cold.
Something tells me this feat, Heavy Armor Master, is not going to be well used.
This is the thing. Some fights, you're probably going to be in your,
Skivvies?
skivvy, in your winter armor gear. But if you know a big fight's coming up, you can get in your armor, do the fight, and then change afterwards.
Yeah, I'll definitely be wearing cold weather gear the whole time I'm there.
Thankfully, Broken Sword, you don't automatically fail those checks. You get to roll the checks even if you're not wearing winter weather gear.
Okay.
But winter weather gear gives you advantage on them because you're resistance to cold.
John, I'm gonna start looking for some magic items.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Ring of Warmth.
Like a ring of cold resistance?
No, it's Ring of Warmth.
An actual item.
It's an item.
Oh, let me see it. Ring
Resistance to cold damage.
of...
No, nope. It's not a resistance to cold damage. I mean, I
Ring?
guess it could be, but it's
While wearing this ring, you have resistance to cold damage. In addition, you and everything you wear and carry are unharmed by temperatures as low as minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit. That's badass.
Can I get my hands on one of those?
Tiny, since you're pretty good on the streets, why don't you use your connections and give me a couple D100 rolls?
well. We should actually maybe get a caster in the group to realize that this ring might exist.
Just want to say that there's only one person in the party that said that.
7. That's my lucky number.
That said what? Broken Sword?
Oh no! When he said he was gonna go look for things, and he said about a real caster, be like, oh, well, only one person in that group. If you have resistance and you get an item that has resistance on as well, do you become? Do they stack or no?
They do not,
'Cause I-
unless it
I know
says
s-
specifically in the item.
Okay.
Like,
Because I know
the
some
dragon.
like some class features have that.
Yep.
Or if, like okay.
So the Dragon Mask specifically says if you have resistance, it becomes immunity, and if you have immunity, it becomes absorption.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a little bit different. All right, Tiny. Actually, let's do this. How many are you looking to find? This is going to dictate how easily you find them.
As many as possible.
I mean, you can do up to 5, but that's going to lower your chances.
So the more you're looking for, the less likely you are to find.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go
Now.
3.
Okay, I was gonna say good.
Right in the middle.
How do I want to do this?
Hey, Shaw, I have a question.
Oh shit! Yeah, let's do a skill challenge, a 5e skill challenge. That shit's fun.
Hey, Shaw, I have a question.
What?
Since I have been part of Waterdeep's guard for so long, could I perhaps help aid in this? Since I have been around.
Yeah, let's do a skill challenge, and you can tell me what skills you're going to be using.
Waterdeep is also my hometown, and I have the urchin feat, the urchin backstory.
It's also Mathon's hometown.
Oh shit! I still gotta talk to Mom.
We'll do that in Slack.
I haven't done that yet.
Oh boy. Alright, boys.
Investigation.
Turn order. Everybody roll initiative. I will. On your character sheet, click initiative. Do you have to have a character token out there to do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, for it to go into the turn order, yeah.
Just drag your character token out real quick.
I don't know how you do that.
What up, sexy beast?
Go to bio and info. You have bio and info character sheet. And abilities and edit.
Oh, okay.
Bio and info, click on the thing and drag it out.
There we go. All right. Is that everybody? You need to click on your token, Brady, and then click roll initiative.
Hey, Shaw.
Yep.
Do I technically...
perfect.
No, never mind. This isn't a fight.
All right, so what I want you to do, everybody, is give me a reason why you think the skill you're going to use is going to be part of the skill challenge. And just use whatever you think is going to be necessary. You're walking around the city trying to find a specific magic item. So give me what you think you're going to use. I'll tell you if you fail or succeed, and we'll go with 6 successes before 3 failures. Tiny first.
I'm going to use Arcana just to locate shops that sell magic items or that could point me in a direction of the item that I'm looking for.
Okay, roll it. Perfect.
23.
Jesus, yeah, that's a success.
Somebody who isn't a caster, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Right, Mirren?
Plus 12.
Yeah, that's a success. You can...
Also, I thought your Arcana, or never mind. I was thinking of it as 12, not plus 12.
No, it's plus 12.
It's plus 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the shops right away. You know what shops you can disregard by using your Arcana. And it's just realizing where and what part of towns those shops are going to be in. Mathon.
Is that me?
Oh, Mirren, yeah.
Do all tieflings look the same?
They do. I'm one of them Trumpians.
Oh my god.
I will go to the Tower of Luck, talk to the folk there, and essentially just try and get what information I can.
With
No.
what?
Insight.
Okay.
25.
Jesus. Yeah. Obviously, good gamblers are people who need a lot of money, and successful gamblers are people who need a lot of money. People who have a lot of money like to buy weird shit.
Like to
Weird
bet weird shit.
Yeah, like to bet weird shit. Weird shit comes out of mage shops. Boom. Yeah.
You
Get
got a
closer.
jug full of toes in the back.
That shit was weird. Amathon?
Let's see. I might see if I can shake down a few of the people that I used to know. See if anybody happens to know a place that I could find items that I'm not finding elsewhere. Intimidation. Wow! Roll the 5. All right.
Meow.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I'll put that.
Why don't you get out of here? Orf?
Alright, so my background is Watcher's Eye, so I've experience enforcing the law. I can find local outposts of watches or similar organizations and pick up dens of criminal activity. So with that, I am going to find one of the places of criminal activity that I know peddles in magical items, and I am going to persuade them that they should point me in the right direction for the greater good of the city and for their own soul's redemption.
To look the other way.
I am going to blow Emissary of Peace on that.
Okay. Each of these are going to get a +5. You're going to roll 2 dice, and it's going to be at disadvantage because you're going into a den of, black-hearted individuals and saying, hey, for the greater good and for redeeming your soul, you should point me in this direction. So roll it, Jiffy.
Do you want me to just click disadvantage or roll it twice?
Yeah, just click disadvantage. 13 plus 5.
18?
All right. Even though you go into a den of thieves and they're like, who's this fucking goody two-shoes? You somehow convince them to tell you where the black market that deals in arcane magics is.
It's my easygoing personality, and I thank them profusely for helping out Waterdeep as a whole.
They look at you kind of confused, but, there's a slight smile on their face because they're like, you know what? Maybe I did something good here today.
Maybe
Broken
someone so
sword.
short needs a boost.
Broken sword.
This is going to be good.
Use that
main
social
event.
skills.
Here we go, boys.
You're just gonna punch it out of someone.
Where is he?
I'm arguing.
Why are you trying to kill me?
One of the people that maybe that I don't know, Jake probably like Jake was talking to get some arcana, and clearly they know something. He knows a little bit more, and he's not telling us what we need to know.
Does he?
Gonna give him a little bit of a shakedown. but let me know if I can throw this in for a little bit of spice. For as part of the intimidation, I'm gonna use my breath weapon for the day.
Jesus.
Just to act as additional intimidation. That you better fucking tell me what I want to know.
Okay.
Can I get advantage on that?
You can roll your breath weapon. Are you aiming it at anything in particular?
No, just showing. There's pure showboating.
You could just
Okay.
have it like coming out, like flaming out your teeth as you're yelling.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on that.
I like that. It's just coming out, and as I increasingly get louder, you see it kind of like bubbling out that much more.
Okay.
Right. So advantage, right?
Yep, advantage. Automatic failure. The dude runs from the shop screaming and is instantly charging towards the nearest guards. Tiny,
Hold on,
as
am I
you're
outside?
as you're leaving, you hear Broken Sword in there start screaming at some dude, and then like moments later, you hear him come screaming from the shop, running towards like the nearest guard's tower.
Okay, so is it my turn?
Yeah.
I'll look at all of you and go, we're not going after thieves' tools. The Ring of Warmth. Why are you going into a thieves' den? The Ring of Warmth. They're simple magic items. We're not fucking stealing anything. We're not buying necromantic items. We're fucking finding rings to make us warm. Nobody's gonna fucking throw us in jail for that.
As you guys see Tiny like yelling at you,
God.
you see a group of about 4 guards start like looking around for
I'm gonna
anyone
walk
who-
up to those guards and hand them 5 gold apiece and say, I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
We have a special needs dragonborn with us.
Hey,
You
Shaw,
see-
do I see this?
Yeah, you see some poor shop owner behind them who literally just crapped his pants, and he's like shaking. He thought his life was going to come to an end because this big badass dragonborn just rolled a 25 intimidation while using his goddamn weapon.
Fucking shat himself.
No, Shaw, do I see him bribing the guards?
Yes.
Oh, I'd go over there and put a stop to that.
Tiny, as you're handing the guards gold, Orf comes up and like, go ahead. Orf comes up to you.
I hope you're not trying to bribe some of my fellow kind.
I'm not. I'm paying them for their services.
What services are that?
Protecting the city.
I'm
They
gonna
came
look.
and protect this shopkeeper. They protected him nicely. I'm giving them a bonus. For the good of the shop. Or for the good of the city.
If it's for the good of the shop, maybe you should pay the shopkeeper. The guards should be working for the city, the benefit of the city.
I'll take 5 more gold out and hand it to the friggin' shopkeeper, and this is coming out of the fucking group. I'm so fucking done with you. You guys have no gold right now. You
When
guys
he-
have no gold.
When he turns away to pay the shopkeeper, I hold out my hand to the guards.
They're going to look at you. Piss off.
And how do I roll initiative?
The initiative button?
Well, it looks like last time we've had an incident. It's gonna fucking change.
We earned this gold, Orf. Stop trying to shake everybody down with your so-called morals.
All right, we have bigger fish to fry, and I'll start waving.
No, please pick fights with level 1 guards.
100 of them.
I believe it was 4. I'm going to take my hammer off of my back and then just put it down and lean forward and say, you're going to give me the gold back, otherwise you're going to give me all of your uniforms, and you're going to turn in your resignations.
They look between each other. We were just protecting this shopkeeper. He came up to us. Your friend came up and intimidated this guy, probably trying to steal shit. And you're taking gold from our hard-earned hands.
First off, all you did was run, and if running earns you 5 gold, then I'm in the wrong profession. Second off, how I'm going to deal with my friend is my business. Third off, you should be happy that you're serving Waterdeep.
We are happy. That's why we took the 5 gold. What are you going to do with the gold, Orf?
Give it back to and then point to the short one back there.
They know there's no winning with you, so they'll just all hand their gold back.
I'm gonna
Thank
walk
you.
out of this situation. Want nothing to do with this.
Oh, it's done. I knew you would all see reason. I would bow, put my hammer back on my back, and then walk over, and then just look up
As you guys see that Orf is walking away
at
from
Broken
them,
Sword.
all four of the guards are literally just like making obscene gestures at Orf.
And I just walk over and look up at Broken Sword.
Hey, Shaw.
What?
Mhm.
For my next check, can I sleight a hand and give them some gold and
God
be like,
damn it. I was going to, too. I was going to cast invisibility and put it in their pockets.
oh,
God
and
damn
like,
it.
and just
God
mention,
damn it.
we're looking for rings of warmth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll let you go next. You can do that. Or
Okay.
Tiny, if you're next, you can go
Okay.
first.
I'm actually going to do... I'm going to use my investigation at advantage today.
Okay. Oh my God.
I'll take the 23.
Yeah, that's that's a success.
How many successes do we have
That's-
so far?
Oh, that's right.
4.
Yep,
Yes,
that's
it
the
will.
fourth one.
Yes, it will. You'll get the same benefits that Broken Sword does.
Yep.
Okay. Well, your investigation, you'll instantly know right where to go. Since you're already proficient in urban environments, you'll go literally right where to go. So another success. You've narrowed the area down a little bit to one area of Waterdeep. Mirren.
Okay, I'll do what I was going to say and do before. And do you want me to sleight a hand, give them stuff, or persuade them to tell me information?
Which one do you want to do?
I will. I'll try and persuade them.
Okay.
And again, give them the gold when Orf is out of view, and ask them kindly if they know of where rings of warmth might be found, since they patrol the city so well.
All right, roll it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. They'll give you very similar information to Tiny. You guys know you've narrowed it down to like an area of Waterdeep. And people, kind of know you're looking for them. So, yeah, you get one more check. Big Daddy Amathon.
God, we're at 5 and 2, so if I fail this, we're fucked.
In a sense.
And I have no social skills except intimidation.
Well, does he get the Harper's investigation? Because he's an oath man now?
Yes.
You get investigation at advantage.
Okay. Sec here. Where's the fuck's my character sheet? Really? Oh,
And by the way, John, if there's a lawman ability
Yeah,
for level 3,
I will link that to you. All right, so Amathon taps into his Harper skills that he's honed over the the past couple months, taking cues from you, Tiny. He just doesn't. He just can't seem to narrow it down. So instead of three rings, you find one, and its price is a little jacked up to 3.5 thousand gold.
okay.
But you did find one.
I'm going to. I want to talk to the shopkeeper.
Okay.
3.5 thousand gold for this.
Yeah, I heard you've been looking all over the city for them. Supply and demand. Supply and demand, little man.
Yeah, but for this crappy ring,
Hey,
Okay.
it's crappy. Yeah, supply and demand.
2.5.
Yeah, I'll take an even 3.5.
Fine. I'll just. I have a supplier already up the coast. Can you pull up the map?
Yeah.
I have a supplier up the coast. Fuck. I need to.
Luskin?
Oh, it is Luskin up that way? Hell yeah.
Where the Mage's Tower is, where the host tower and the Arcane Brotherhood are.
I got a guy in Luskin that's going to sell me 1 for 2. So I will. I'll pass.
Oh, okay. Well, 2 is still a little cheap, and I'm pretty sure the last time I looked, a boat up to Luskin and then a boat back is going to cost about 400. So I'll give you 100 off, say 2,300. Save you the trip.
But
plus, you get it today.
If I'm asking for a Ring of Warmth, I'm not coming back. So I'm only going there. I'm going to the frozen area. You sell magic items, right?
Only the best. Supply and demand, good sir.
2,100. You have yourself a deal, and we go on our merry way.
21.25, and I might go lower.
21.13.
21.14.
21.13 and 50 silver.
21.14, 50 silver, 30 copper.
Fucking 30 copper. I gotta pay you 30 copper for this?
Yeah.
Is it a gold ring? Is it a gold ring?
It's only the finest ring.
No, I'm not paying you 30 fucking copper for this.
You will give me that 30 copper supply and demand.
No. Okay, you throw in it.
You're pretty certain at this
Throw in a
point
level
this guy's only heard supply and demand as a term that shopkeepers use? Because he just throws it around willy-nilly.
Throw in a level 1 scroll.
Okay, fine. I'll throw in a level 1 scroll. I get the 30 copper. Deal's done.
Okay.
20... What was it? 20... 14...
No, 13.
Silver...
13.
It was 21.13, but...
Yeah.
He was intentionally...
Oh, okay.
2014... 13... 20... 2,000 gold, 14 silver, 30 copper.
It was 13.
13 copper.
No. 13 silver.
Yeah, but it was 30 copper.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Got it, didn't I?
Are we all in here while that negotiation's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, mark off 2,014 gold and 30 copper.
I'll turn around and go, I have a bracelet, and I'm going to pull out Ixixac. What is it?
Ixusaka.
I'm going to pull out her
Ixusax's?
bracelet.
Which one was that?
The jeweled bracelet. It's golden with a bunch of jewels wrapped around it.
Oh, so it looks nicer than this ring.
Yes, it looks exquisite. I've appraised it around 2,000 gold.
What did we actually appraise that at? Like 700?
1,000.
Okay. Let me take a look at that real quick.
I'll hand it to him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is pretty exquisite. Yeah. I'll take this 15 silver and we have ourselves a deal.
Ask for a skull of fireball.
I'll pull out a cup of jewels as well. Valued at around 450.
Okay. Okay. I'll take all of those off your hand and give you 50 gold.
50 gold for... You'll take the jewels, the bracelet.
Jewels and the bracelet and give you 50 gold. And
Four.
and the ring of warmth and the scroll you wanted.
Do you have any scrolls of fireball?
I may have a few. Take off the 50 gold and I'll give it to you.
2 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got ourselves a deal. He'll spit in his hand.
I spit in my hand. Fuck it. Yeah.
He's thinking the same thing. Got him. No. So you gave him the necklace and your bag of jewels. So about 1,300 for the ring of warmth, 2 scrolls of fireball.
And a scroll, level 1 scroll.
and
So
a level 1 scroll.
pick whatever. Just randomize it.
And then, would you happen to have diamond dust here?
No. Yeah, he does it. He'll give you some for book price.
I need to look up how much stuff costs. 1 sec.
Once we're actually out of the store and I can say something semi-privately, I kind of want to do that.
Okay, it is a scroll of... Huh, looks like a fun spell. Earth Tremor. It's in Xanathar's.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Okay.
Nice.
So- I'm gonna look at Broken Sword and Orf, and just be like, if you ever need me to bring you back from the dead, you're gonna need to have to cough up about 300 gold each for some diamond dust.
He'll give you 2 things of diamond dust for 600. Mirren.
Okay,
Wait, how much did you say you need?
it's 300 each.
I'll buy some on the spot. I'll ask him if he's got any more.
Oh, I think I got one more. He'll pull out his last little baggie of diamond dust. 350, supply and demand.
No, 300.
Okay. I heard about you. Heard you've been intimidating shopkeepers around the Waterdeep.
Okay,
Yeah, that sounds like something I do.
Shaw,
Yeah.
I
Here,
would.
I'll hand you a bag of diamond dust.
okay, I'm just gonna put all this shit in my inventory.
Mirren, I would hand you 300 gold. Shaw, I'm going to alliance it, and I am keeping track of what I've spent.
Okay.
Alliance it.
Yep.
Alliance it.
Okay. So, how many bags of diamond dust do I have? Let's see, I already had 2.
I thought you just picked
I
up.
had 2 previously,
And he bought 3. So 5.
so 5.
All right. Are we out of that shop yet?
Wait, does
Yeah.
that include the one? Does it include the one that I gave him?
So you have a ring of warmth. Yes, that includes the one.
Okay.
You gave him. So you have a ring of warmth and the scrolls, but who's going to get the ring of warmth?
I'm going to walk over to Orf after we get out and hand him the ring.
Friend?
Yeah.
We shorties gotta stick together?
Yeah. And let me do my business.
I can't promise that if it goes against my beliefs. So,
Try not to go against your beliefs.
I just don't want you to think that giving me this ring means I'm going to turn a blind eye if you do something that I feel is wrong.
I will never try to put you in that position.
I appreciate your honesty. Okay, again, now that we're out of the shop,
I'm gonna say something because I told Shaw that I always call stuff up. Be like, I think that was a bribe.
hey,
I told Shaw at the end of
No,
the session last week
I love it, man.
that I was always going. I was just trying to decide how I was gonna play things. I decided I was gonna play things by saying just always saying exactly like, man, this situation is a little uncomfortable. I'd be like, yeah, so get ready for Broken Sword to say something to make it worse.
yeah, no, that's fine as long as you don't, like, if you're saying that in character, then I do have
Yeah.
a response.
Yeah, I'm saying it in character.
It's not a bribe because the minute that I see him doing something wrong, it's not going to change my behavior, but this does give us quite an advantage in a battle.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Well, I know what doesn't help me sleep at night, and that is the fact that your antics and intimidation now has told everyone in Waterdeep where we're going. So you've essentially compromised any surprise that we may have. So if you could please keep your mouth shut and your breath weapon a little bit more restrained, we might actually be able to accomplish our goal.
Not intentionally. I mean, not entirely. One of them is north.
We have now heard 2 people that know where we're going. And not only that, if anyone knows what we're looking for, it's a safe guess they know where we're going.
Where was the last sight of the white dragon?
It's all north.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
both north.
Well, at least in this case, I do agree with your statement, absolutely, Orf. But in this case, it still won't be definitive because we can at least hide it under the fact of we are going into a dragon's lair potentially.
So I have an idea. Let's let Broken Sword intimidate whoever we want and ask for Ring of Fire protection.
It's a white dragon, so I think we'd want ice protection.
If
Ring
we
of
wanted to no. I mean, like,
we could go ask a mage.
Or are you just simply saying so that we're getting rings from both sides of the world, basically?
exactly.
I kind of
yeah.
like it.
I hear what you did there.
Who?
Mirren. It was a joke.
I don't think he was joking.
I mean, we could go find a mage to tell us anything arcana that we need.
Oh, jeez.
That's hilarious.
I don't know how I don't know how I feel about having one of us going around and intimidating innocent people. Even if it is for our own betterment, I feel like we could find something without using those means.
I think Broken Sword was just doing what he knew to help
Was
the
he-
situation.
He wasn't doing anything illegal, was he?
Very loudly trying to persuade people.
I didn't do so well, but whatever.
There was an implication, but I don't think he actually broke any laws. Did he?
about
Do we, oh,
But on the
getting on a boat.
We're getting on a boat!
about the implication.
All right, we need to get out of town.
Tiny, what did you say? Or Jake, what did you say your character's name was again? When you first introduced yourself, you didn't introduce yourself as
Sigzil.
Tiny.
Sigzil. Yep.
So I'll always refer to him as Sigzil, never Tiny.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Well, you can refer to me as Tiny. I mean, Tiny is what the group, like, me will call me Tiny. Mathan will call me. I mean, it's more of a, hey, short stack, hey.
Mm-hmm. It's like a nickname, like Garrick.
Like bees.
Like
yeah.
bees.
And how well have nicknames come across so far? No.
Wow.
If you introduce yourself as one thing, that's fine. Everyone else calls you Tiny. Whatever. Sigzil.
Okay, Sigzil.
Bees.
All right.
Unless you correct me at one point in time.
So Tiny, mark off that gold. You guys can get. So Jiffy, you'll have the Ring of Warmth.
All right.
You guys can get enough cold gear for all of you with, that money that Garrick handed you. That shouldn't be much of an issue. When you get to Captain Leo Ocean Motion, he's going to say, you know what? As much as I would love to take you guys, my boat is just not built to handle the glaciers and the sea of moving ice. But I do have a human friend of mine called LaRusta Halfface, who's been up into the sea of moving ice, and he goes there very frequently because he brings a lot of the seal pelts that those hunters in the sea of the moving ice hunt, and he brings them down here to Waterdeep to sell. They sell like hotcakes, they're pretty good.
Does he
So,
actually have half a face?
Huh?
Does he actually have half a face?
Yeah, so when you meet him, he does actually have half a face. He
Much
keeps
gold
his
would it
he
take?
keeps his face hooded.
How much gold would it take to outfit your boat to be ice glacier?
Resistant.
Well, see, it's not about the boat being ice resistant. See, the nice thing about LaRusta, the frost skimmer, his boat, mind you, it's a light longship, so it can hold a crew member of 50 people. But the nice thing is if you need to go over ice or over glaciers, it only requires 30 people to carry that bad boy. It's a super light ship.
I see.
I can't make my ship any lighter, but I will give you my heartiest condolences that LaRusta can be trusted, and he is a great sailor. Mind you, not as good as me, but pretty good. Almost up there.
Please keep our correspondence here. Hush, hush.
You know me, Tiny. I think we're good enough friends now. Even though you did put that dent in my boat.
Now. I didn't put the dent in the boat.
Okay, good point. The hill giant did. You're right.
The hill giant fell from the bridge and cracked his skull on the. I mean, if anything, it's either the hill giant's head ran into your boat or your boat ran into the hill giant's head.
I like that second one. Let's go with the second
I
one.
had nothing to do with the situation.
You know, have you told that story to many people? I'm sure it entice more customers. Your boat has gone toe to toe with a giant.
My boat has gone toe to toe with
And
a
won.
giant and a dragon, and won.
And all it has to show for is that little tiny scuff.
That's right. And you know what? You're bringing along a gnome, so that's good for me to see.
I do absolutely love seeing us short folk in positions of greater height.
Yeah. Where we don't make it in stature, we make in our tales of heroic deeds.
Absolutely. Height doesn't matter. It's not a handicap. It's a strength.
So just so you guys know, it's going to take you about 2 weeks just to sail up to the Sea of Moving Ice. We're not going to roleplay those 2 weeks. You guys are just going to hang out on the boat, get to know each other. We'll start the next session moving into the Sea of Moving Ice. The big thing is you will be outfitted with cold weather gear, including snowshoes suitable for traversing deep drifts. And the Frost Skimmer is captained by LaRoosta Halfface. And just during the trip, the 2 weeks that you guys are traveling up to the Sea of Moving Ice, he eventually, I assume, one of you is going to ask why he has half a face, and he's going to say it's from frostbite because he was stupid with his snow coverings one night when he got drunk in the Sea of Moving Ice. So it's a very noticeable example of why you need cold weather gear coming north.
So are you more vigilant now that you've made this mistake?
Even more so. I don't drink when we go into the sea anymore, even if we do have to pass a long night.
I'm gonna smuggle us on the ship before we leave, and leave a trail and send a letter to one of the innkeeper saying that we set out east.
Actually, what if we got Leo to spread the word we were going with him?
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that's a good idea.
He could do that. He's making a boat trip back to Baldur's Gate anyways, so he'll just, mention that you guys are aboard.
Okay.
And like I said, the Frost Skimmer is a light longship with a shallow draft. It can be driven by a single sail or with oars when it's needed. Despite its length of nearly 60 feet and 40 or 50 crew members, it's light enough where you can lift it out of the water and essentially, ruck? When do you do it with a canoe?
Portage.
Portage. You can essentially portage it over glaciers. It's huge, but it's light. And 40 crew members can portage this thing over glaciers.
Hey guys, quick thing.
Yeah.
Balance has been achieved.
Balance has been achieved? Oh my god, have I been banned?
I have not been banned.
I have not been banned!
Neither have I.
Oh, man.
Are you banned?
We are
Well-
not in the Soulstone.
I gotta go to Soulstone now. But either way, that's where we'll start, where you guys are just entering the Sea of Moving Ice for next session. So if you guys want to have any in-characters discussion over the next 2 weeks, we'll just use this as essentially downtime. 2 weeks of downtime, going from Waterdeep to the Sea of Moving Ice.
Cool. Hold on, before we leave,
Awesome.
before we're done, on the first day that we're getting on the boat,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to a Mathon when everyone is in there, and I wrote up something. It's just brief.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll just say, a Mathon Mirren told me of your difficult past, especially difficult since it seems like it occurred recently. It reminds me of this battle that took place when I was a new recruit with the Lord's Alliance. It became close to a human I fought alongside with my battalion. We were fighting a group of, and he's just gonna go on. But it's definitely a story. It's almost like there's not a point, but at the same time, you can definitely tell it's important. And I just wanted to know, all of you guys that are listening to it, because it's coming across kind of like a speech. Who paid attention to it?
Me, absolutely.
I would have.
Yeah.
Like actually, like you have to pay attention to it. If you're just kind of like half-assed to it, because it does have something.
We're on a boat for 2 weeks.
Not to mention, do you know my character?
Yeah, Orf would definitely.
Okay. So at the end of this, like, essentially 10-15 minute speech, probably the most talking you've ever heard him, and it's very competent. At the end, you actually feel inspired. You know, your resolve to fight seems a lot better, and you can actually, like, again, you just feel like you're like, yeah, we got this, we're good, and you guys all gain 11 temp hit points.
Ooh, yeah.
Sounds good.
You freaking beast.
Yeah, I took inspiring leader.
Yeah, that's a nice one to say the least.
Yeah.
So you guys all start next session with 11 temp hit points.
10. 10
No,
or
that's
11?
11. 11.
11 temp hit points. Very nice, very nice. I do like this. It seems like we're getting, some character development in. It's freaking great. Next session, I promise there'll be combat.
Oh, would Half Face have been listening to?
Yeah, Half Face would have been listening.
Then he'll get 11 hit points as well.
He'd love that.
I'm not
He'd feel pretty inspired.
I'm not gonna lie. If Half Face was like slightly more repentant about it, I was honestly gonna give him the Ring of Warmth.
He said he doesn't drink when he goes out in the sea of moving ice anymore.
Yeah, no, that's not good enough for me.
You want to quickly lose Tiny? You go ahead and do that.
But big thing,
Give away stuff he bought.
big thing, just all of you.
Yeah.
Make as you guys pass through the ice peak and the Icewind Dale there at the top left of the map. I want all of you to make Constitution checks
Now or later?
right now, just real quick.
Add anything to it? Adjustments? Anything?
Just a Constitution save.
That's my character sheet.
Hey guys, are you all within 10 feet of me?
Yeah. What makes a common man?
What does it take to be average?
What makes a man go neutral?
Not advantage.
Net 20.
Actually, if we're on the boat, I wouldn't be wearing my armor.
Okay.
So then I'd be wearing winter gear.
Well, that was the thing. You guys haven't needed to wear winter gear up to this point. As soon as you cross that area, I mean, it's been getting colder and colder. This is the first day that it actually starts to hit you. Tiny, the next day, there'll be like 3 days before you get to the sea. You actually have one level of exhaustion.
Guys,
So
hold
this is the
on.
point.
Sorry. A, do I have to roll with the ring? That's something I don't understand. B,
Yes.
are all of you within 10 feet of me?
Not all the time for
Not
this.
all the time.
This isn't like we'll just say you're at different parts of the boat. The ring, if you're not wearing cold weather gear, Jeef, allows you to roll. If you're wearing armor and no cold weather gear, you automatically fail.
I'd be wearing... I wouldn't be wearing
the-
my armor if we're
Wearing
in
the
the boat.
armor and the ring gives you a roll.
Okay.
Wearing cold weather gear and the ring gives you advantage.
So it's no roll, normal roll, advantage.
Yep. So if you have cold resistance and you're wearing cold gear, you have advantage. If you have cold resistance and you're wearing your armor, regular roll. If you have no cold resistance and no cold gear, automatic failure, level 1 exhaustion every hour. So Jiffy, you too. Right away, even with your ring of warmth, you feel exhausted from this cold weather. Like it's going into your lungs and it's just like a rock is just sitting there. It's so cold. So just for next time, remember, that's what you're going to be dealing with. Moving into the Sea of Moving Ice, which is where we'll start next session.
Okay.
Cool.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
One quick question.
Yeah.
Because I have cold resistance, like you said, if you have cold resistance and you're wearing your armor, then you can roll, correct?
Right.
Okay.
If you have cold resistance and you're wearing cold gear, then you have advantage.
Yep.
So, big thing I wanted to talk to Jeef and Bob about, since it's decently far away. So I'm thinking the weekend of the draft is the 24th, 25th, 26th. I'm thinking about taking that Friday off, the 24th
What month?
of
August.
August.
Okay.
Jeef is going to come down for the fantasy football draft, Bob. If you want to come and hang out, can everybody take the 24th off to have an in-person session?
I could check on Wednesday.
I should be able to, yeah.
if I can't get the day, I mean, I can probably do it, but I can definitely take a half day, which means
Okay.
I'll be out of there like noon.
Oh,
that'd
that'd
be-
be perfect.
Yeah.
If you
That-
can't get a full day, if you can get a half day, and we could start at like 1 on the 24th, we could actually do an in-person session, which I think would be freaking awesome.
That should not be a problem for me.
So I hope it's far enough ahead where we can take it off.
Okay.
So 24th of August, that sound good?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll get back to everyone on Wednesday. I haven't been to work, so I'll get in.
Were
Okay.
you planning on flying out for that, Chief? Or driving?
No, driving, I think he said.
Probably driving,
Okay.
unless someone gives me a reason not to.
Yeah, we'll connect.
But either way, do you guys want to play again next Monday? Oh, also, second thing.
I should be good next Monday.
I know if you guys want to, I'm not doing really anything on Saturday, so if you want to do a Saturday session, I know it's really close. If not, that's not going to work, that's fine.
This Saturday?
Yes.
I am busy this Saturday.
Okay, then we'll just do the Monday.
What do you
Monday's
got going
working
on
out.
this Saturday, Brian?
Fucking getting on the goddamn bike and going to a class for it.